And that's all she said, and that was it. It was over.
Yeah. Wow. And she never spoke again.
Never again.
Wow. Not until she got out of the water, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Is This Thing On? This is episode 60. Yeah. Is this thing on? I know, Richard, can you believe there's a film come out with our name on it? Someone decided to call a film Is This Thing On? I was like, hold on a minute, mate. Yeah. This is our little phrase. So we're in the middle of suing that, obviously.
You're going to be rich.
Actually, I meant to talk to you about that, Gareth. I didn't say anything about that yet, right? We'll have to talk offline. Can't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it publicly. But we need to talk about that.
I'm pretty sure I thought of the phrase because it's been used to death. But yeah. People, we have got with us someone that is quite shocking that he hasn't been a guest yet. He's one of my favorite people on YouTube, and we've already done a live about Desert Island Flicks, which was great fun, wasn't it, Richard? Yeah. But we got Richard Rempel from VintageSF, and he's just awesome. So it's very cool that he's here with us. And what we should do is start with Richard. Can you tell us about your channel, please?
Very simply, it's about... Oh, by the way, thank you for inviting me. It's really fun to be hanging out with you guys tonight. This is the first time I've been on with Dave, so I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little bit more tonight, too.
Yeah.
My channel, I started it, what is it now? 3.5, 4 years ago. I retired, and I saw some guys on YouTube talking about science fiction. I'm going, I can do that. Did a project of gathering books and talking about them and reading them. And so it's vintage science fiction, not vintage San Francisco. This is not a history channel. And since then, I thought when I started this was sort of a solitary venture. Just, I'll be here with my books and just making some videos. But as you guys know, it just grew into a community all of a sudden. There's lives or recordings together, or even we'll talk about this. I went to a conference this summer called Pulp Fest, where there was like 12 of us gathered together in a room.
Brilliant. So brilliant seeing you guys meeting up. Yeah.
So that's basically what my channel is. If you enjoy, I call vintage basically something that's 25 to 30 years or older. We're probably all vintage, you and I. And and so coming into that vintage coming into that vintage range would be, things like A Fire Upon the Deep by Vinji, that would be, or Hyperion, or those sort of things. They're on the verge of vintage in terms of how I look at books. That doesn't mean that I don't read contemporary books too, but I focus on older stuff.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to talk about, actually, because, if you've got a very specific label for your channel name and you're reading other things, you're like, am I wasting my time? Am I, if I read this, I can't mention it on my channel. Is this, this is like a week where I could be reading something that I could talk about on the channel, So that might be a bit of a dilemma for you, People who just do science fiction, even, like, regardless of vintage, do they read crime novels, Go on, what are you going to say?
I was just going to say, I'm starting to discover, though, it's not so much the name of your channel that matters. It's people start to connect with you. And so primarily, of course, this is what I'm going to read. But if I read True Grit by Portis, Western, I'm sure that a lot of people would be interested in it. And probably if I do go to other books and other genres, there'll be some of the classics. I did read a Shirley Jackson recently, which probably wouldn't be called science fiction, but it would be called suspense or creepy horror type things.
What's Shirley Jackson?
I read her stories, The Lottery and Other Stories.
Oh, okay. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I was really amazed by We Always Live in the Castle. We Always Lived in the Castle.
I haven't read it, but I want to.
It's literally one of the best things I've ever read. I read House on Haunted Hill 8 years ago, and I read the short stories, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll read this because people say it's really good, and I just thought it was so brilliant. Really, really good. So if you haven't read that,
I didn't know
thoroughly
you thought
recommend
that
it.
was one of the best things you ever read.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. I mean, the only thing I read by her was The Haunting of Hill House, which I didn't love. It's an unpopular opinion.
I thought it was good. No, I agree, actually. I think it's good, but not amazing. Yeah. I mean, it might be, if you're really into haunted houses, it's got all the ingredients. It's a classic thing that's probably been influential like mad. but there's something so unique about We've Always Lived in the Castle. Like literally everything about it's quite unique. You don't know where it's going to end. It's so cool. So yeah.
Hey Richard, you don't have the Jackson collection that you just read. You don't have that right there, do you?
I can get it. I'll just go around the corner.
Okay.
I've got it up there actually somewhere. It's like
same
double breasted. So probably it's the, well, it depends what cover it looks like. It's a penguin one.
I have this
Oh.
box set here.
Well, that's cool.
And so the collection for the lottery. So it's a very modern printing of it.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
nice.
But I know that sometimes I think the lists of stories change, right? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, because I was asking because Gareth has been telling me recently to read it, and I figured I got so many anthologies. I thought I had it here. I must have it here somewhere, and I didn't. And then I went and looked, and it looked like the Penguin version. I can't tell online, but it looked like the Penguin version of her short stories doesn't include the lottery in it. I'm not sure about that, but it looked like it didn't.
And there seems to be multiple collections that people do sometimes when an author's a little bit older. I think also, and this is something that Gareth can help confirm, I've definitely noticed that collections in the United States and collections in UK with the same name sometimes have different stories.
Yeah, that's true. It's a bit of a minefield, actually.
Yeah.
You could say the title, but if it's whatever edition it is, you could be talking about a different book.
You just triggered him. He's going to go off about Ray Bradbury now.
Well, I was going to say J.G. Ballard, Terminal Beach. That was the one that had very different stories in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've got a UK version of that.
Yeah.
But no, I did a whole video about how trying to collect Ray Bradbury's a minefield, because you'll go, oh, I haven't got that one, and then you get home and you go, oh no, I have got that one.
Well, are we going to just pull books out? Because I can do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Here's my primary Ray Bradbury collection.
Oh, nice.
The stories of Ray Bradbury and Bradbury stories, and that's 200 stories that are not the same in these two books.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're a great companion piece.
But his short stories are the bulk of his output, but also you could argue the best representation of him, because obviously the two big novels, Fahrenheit 451 and Something Wicked This Way Comes, are amazing. There's no doubt about that. But he was primarily a short story writer.
Yeah.
So it's good that you got that. That Everyman collection is amazing. Well, I'm gonna see if I can find a lottery. Hold on. And I've got shorts on. I thought I might do this because I'm near my books.
Today?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Oh.
I saw Heidi made a comment, I think it was, about my shorts over here.
Yeah.
I think she's talking about the pictures that we had from Pulp Fest.
Oh, nice. So she just likes the pictures of your shorts. I like that. Well, it's quite significant I'm wearing them now because I'm, it's still very hot over here. So, if I didn't think ahead, I may not have been wearing much. How
hot is it today?
Alexa, what's the temperature today?
At the moment, it's 16 degrees Celsius.
Well, that doesn't sound like much. All right, mate. Shut up.
But it's like 10 or 11 at night at your place, right?
Well, it's 16 degrees, so I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's not that bad. But if you know anything about our houses, it usually means it's about 6 or 7 degrees higher than that in the house. If I went outside.
We're both Celsius up here. It's just Dave that's got to figure this out.
Yeah.
He's in Connecticut. That's
like
close
all the
enough to
weird,
Canada.
So yeah, it is hotter in the house than it would be outside.
Yeah,
which is like obviously something that when we get these heat waves, that adds to the problem clearly. And air conditioning is not like a common thing really in Britain, is it? No, it's very rare. People don't have air conditioning. I've got a little fan downstairs for my dog, and I've got nothing up here. So, and my wife is like, she's up here all the time because this is the bedroom, and she's like, well, I'll get something else at some point, but while we've got that one fan, we have to leave it for Ralph, and I'll come up here and I'll be like, oh my god, it's
priorities
like
in his house.
Yeah. It's like an oven
Ralph?
over it. It's like,
Gareth.
yeah. So I'm downstairs with him anyway most of the time. But geez, when I come up, I'm like, how are you even surviving? And she'll be like,
I'm
know,
surprised it doesn't, because I would think, because you're right by the water, right? I would have thought it'd be a little cooler. No.
it's cooler if you go down to the beach, but
Yeah.
again, it's like, we're indoors, so but maybe that's the thing. Pitch a tent, go down
Yeah.
to the beach and pitch a tent.
There you
That'd
go.
be cool. Go, what
There
are
you
you
go.
doing? I'm going down the beach. I'm going for a kip. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can find the lottery. Hold on, and then we'll say hello to everyone. We'll look at the comments, but I'll see if I can see it.
Okay.
Hold on.
So who was the publisher, Richard, of that?
This set, this is a relatively cheap set that was from one of our big box bookstores, I believe here. So the publisher of it, let me see if I can find that out. It doesn't say on the box, so let me get a book out.
Everybody's getting a good shot of Gareth's groin there.
It's an awesome groin.
Arcturus
Oh,
Publishing Limited.
Okay.
Never heard of them. They're from London. Arcturus. I think it's, in other words, once things get to be a point where they can do things relatively cheap or for free, then you start to get box sets of, say, Jules Verne or H.G. Wells or other ones. And so Shirley Jackson got that treatment here too,
What
with
else?
just sort of a minimalist cover.
What else was in that set there?
We have, let me just throw it up here again, just so people can see as well. So we have Always Lived in the Castle, The Haunting of Hill House, Bird's Nest, Hangs a Man, and the Lottery one.
Oh,
And it looks something like this.
that's a nice looking box set.
It is, yeah. And because of the price, I can't go wrong here. I have a lot of friends who like Shirley Jackson. Chris of Liminal Spaces is very high on We Always Lived in the Castle, and he has one of the very old editions of, I think, of the paperback. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that the hardcover for that one is a hard one to find. I think there's a lot of people who really like that book.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm not surprised Chris likes it, but it's not as weird as that might suggest.
No, it's not.
It's got weirdness about it.
Yeah.
Because of the way
He's not always about weird. He also likes just a good story.
Yeah. Has
Yeah.
Chris been on here yet, Dave?
No.
Or
He
you
hasn't
should
been
get
on
him.
it? Oh, yeah, because I did a Desert Island Flicks with him as well.
Mhm.
So this is the one that I've got, which I thought, because it's the only one I've seen, to be fair, that's called The Lottery and Other Stories.
That's a penguin? That looks
This is a penguin, yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
okay.
So this has got it's about 15 stories. Yeah,
Okay, maybe I'll get that one.
it's really nice actually. Although, why can I not see the lottery? Maybe it's got more than that. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's got more than that. It's got about 20 odd stories. The lottery's the last one.
Her stories are very short,
Yeah,
and I do like that actually.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I you can do so much with a short story.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a video about something I'm planning to publish actually, which would be a nice update. But I'm going to do that before the end of the month because it's short story month, isn't it, for this new event that Randy started. So, but yeah, that's a great collection.
Yeah.
So,
And
right.
I find her stories, they're almost slice of life, not necessarily a beginning, middle, and end sometimes, but they're a slice of life where something's just slightly off, something that's just makes you uneasy. And I appreciate that subtle horror, perhaps you would call it.
Yeah, which I think is influenced by Bradbury. He does that sometimes. There's not always a really strong plot. It's atmosphere sometimes.
Yeah.
Which I didn't appreciate as much when I was younger, but I just think it's just great writing,
Yeah. Once you get seasoned, things look better.
We're not vintage anymore. We're seasoned. Okay, cool.
Seasoned SF.
Well,
There you go.
I've got salt and pepper hair, so I suppose I'm seasoned in that sense. Right, let's say hello. So Heidi was here ages ago. So
Yeah.
Before we started. Hi, Heidi. So she's starting Asimov Foundation with a companion podcast that does a deep dive discussion. That's cool. Read it in college, but I do not remember it. I'm giving Asimov a go again because I didn't like it much when I was younger. And
Really?
Yeah. I tried a few. I don't think I read any. I think I might have read some of iRobot, but I read a few short stories, and because I didn't like them, I didn't pursue Foundation or anything like that. But I'm definitely reading more now, and I've got the gods themselves to read, and I really like what I've read recently. So
that's
there's
an
the
old
trilogy.
one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whoops. I like collecting these old box sets if I can find them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think they feel nicer as well. It's not just that the covers are usually better.
Yeah.
But I like the feel of old books. You know, I'm going to talk about some things I've bought recently, but it just feels nicer. You know.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, that's great.
I read that about 3 years ago, the three of them again, and it was around the time that Foundation was starting as a Apple Plus TV show, and I just thought, oh, I got to read the real stuff, and then I can talk about the TV show if I want to.
Yeah. How did it? How was it? How was the experience reading it for the second time?
I still felt that it held up pretty well. I forgot how much it really is a fix-up novels, that they're a bunch of short stories or novellas strung together. And I felt that
whoa! Wait a second. It was originally a fix-up novel.
Yep, they originally were stories that were published in Astounding magazine in the 40s.
Really? I didn't know this. The first book, or like the whole trilogy?
Nope, the whole thing.
Wow. You know,
I think
now the Muse part of the series suddenly makes more sense.
The Mule is
the Mule, not the Muse. Yeah, the Mule.
Yeah, well, he appears as a musical person. Anyways, don't want to say too much about that, but that is definitely one of the strongest parts of the series, and that appears in the second novel. And this has the most confusing names of novels because the third novel is called Second Foundation, not the second novel. So I think people are always confused about that order.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to just assume if it's from the 40s or the 50s that it started off in bits in the magazines. I think that's usually the way. There'll be exceptions, but that's quite often the way.
Or serialized, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a fix-up, but it could have been a serialized novel in a magazine.
Yeah. That's the thing about getting those old magazines. The amount of times recently, because I've had about 3 book shopping days recently, and the amount of times I've seen like an Astounding magazine or Galaxy magazine, and I've gone, oh look, and it's been an author I've really been into, and it's got part 4 of blah blah blah, and you say, and at the start of this novel, and you say, well, do I want that?
This is from 1942. We were talking about Pulp Fest. This is the oldest thing that I purchased. There was a 1942 issue of Astounding Science Fiction, and it has the story, The Weapon Shop by A.E. Van Vogt, which is a very, very classic story. And one of the reasons I got that is A.E. Van Vogt wrote that story in some of his first works right here in Winnipeg. He's from Manitoba. And so he's sort of our most famous science fiction writer, perhaps Canada's most famous science fiction writer ever.
I didn't know he was Canadian. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I read
most of his life he lived in the States, though. He moved to the States, I think it was 1944 or 1945, something like that.
Oh, okay. I read Slan recently, and I've got Voyage of the Space Beagle to read around there somewhere. But I've read some of his short stories in July in Rocket Summer as well. But no, he's brilliant.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Maybe you already said, Richard, but do you know which magazine the Foundation was serialized in?
I'm pretty sure it was Astounding as well, because John W. Campbell Jr. was editing Astounding magazine, and that basically is the golden age, the 1939 to 1950 range of John W. Campbell doing Astounding magazine. And he had a stable of writers, which included Isaac Asimov, that were the classic writers that we see from the 50s when all these things came together in books, and they started to eventually get book contracts. So yes, I'm pretty sure it's in Astounding magazine, and almost certain. I know the Mule story for sure is in Astounding magazine, Astounding Science Fiction.
I have got some random ones I found that I couldn't resist, but sometimes you're kind of persuaded by the condition and how it's presented to you as well, aren't you? And I found these 4 analog magazines that are really nicely packaged, and they look really good condition, and they are pretty much. But these were quite nice. I bought those about 2 months ago in Brighton, and there's like a Sprag the Camp one on this one.
I like that title or that cover image.
Yeah, it's cool. Isn't it? They're great
Yeah.
covers.
Yeah.
Hiding Place by Paul Anderson.
Mm.
And this one's got The Fisherman by Simak. Again, really nice cover. And then
Great
this has got
condition.
Basic Right by Eric Frank Russell. I love the cover of this one. Look.
Yeah.
And there you got Astounding Science Fiction. Did you know that those are the same magazine, that they changed names in the early 60s?
Yeah. This is from 58.
Yeah.
And a couple of these are 58 and a couple of them are 61. So it's nice when you do find them, but I'd resisted for years because I just thought, oh Christ, once I start doing that, it's going to be a thin end where I'll have like piles and piles and piles of all these magazines. But I thought, well, I'll just get some, because it's the collector in you, isn't it? You go, okay, well, I've got to keep buying them then, and then that's taking up all the room. Because I used to buy magazines when I was younger, when me and my wife were first together. So like I don't know, late teens, early 20s. I bought about 4 or 5 magazines a month. So some of them are music magazines, some of them are film magazines, sci-fi kind of / TV magazines, like Starburst. If you know Starburst, used to buy that. And
do you know Starlog?
Yeah, Starlog. I used to buy Starlog. Yeah. So that kind of thing. And then there was just like so many. There's a great magazine a music magazine over here called Mojo. That's my favorite one. I used to buy Mojo magazine, which is a music magazine. I had so many piles and piles and piles and piles of magazines. And like one day I said, yeah, it's all right. I'll get rid of them. And I had to get rid of these piles. And you just think, yeah, they take up a hell of a lot of space, Yeah. There's one thing, books take up a lot of space, but I had those as well, Well,
I'll say one other magazine that I bought some issues of, which I wish I'd kept, that you would love, is this Twilight Zone magazine.
Oh.
Well, I've got those. I've done
you have some?
Yeah. Oh, you need to see my video about it because I did a whole video about them.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've got 8 to get now. I've got all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many are there in total?
Oh God.
Because it ran for, what was it, 7 years?
Started in late 81 and finished in 89. Yeah.
So 8 years. Okay.
Yeah, and it was every 2 months.
Yeah.
For most of its run. So I don't know if anyone's got good at maths, but yeah, there's quite a lot.
Well,
so it's been a bit of a thing.
8 times 6, that would be 48.
There you go. Because I started getting them in April 1987, and so I was 16. So it's a big part of my life because they're really expensive to get. Usually, you look on eBay and they're like, I don't know, 15 quid, and then another 20 quid of postage, just because they're cheeky bastards. Do you know what I mean? So, I just don't get them when they're that much. So I frequently look, and if it's kind of reasonable, I'll get it. I'll go, okay, I'll shout to my wife, I found another Twilight Zone. She'll go, yes, fine. Because obviously it's like something I need to complete. And they're very, very special to me, those Twilight Zone magazines.
Yeah. So I guess now's the time to spill it, since God knows when you're going to get this. You actually only have 6 more to get.
What?
You actually only have 6 more to get.
Really?
Oh,
that's your birthday present.
I got that.
No way! Oh my God!
So, I'll send you a picture after the show, which ones they are.
Oh yes, please. That's awesome.
They're in great condition.
That's made my day.
They're in great condition. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's cool. That's a small number, isn't it? 6.
Wasn't Rod Serling pretty close to Connecticut? Like they have Rod Serling days or something like that. Is it in New York or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. There's some sort of Rod Serling festival that I think is in Upper New York.
Oh. If that's around the time that I can get off, because I can only have certain times off in the year because I'm a teacher. I'm going to that. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
There's like a statue of Rod Serling coming through the door that's in the Twilight Zone montage.
Where? Where's that?
They established it maybe 2 years ago now.
Where is it?
Do you want me to look it up? I can look it up.
Is it in Connecticut or is it in New York?
No, I think it's in northeastern United States somewhere.
Okay.
That's pretty close to Connecticut.
That's pretty much. I know exactly where that is then. That's amazing. Oh,
see, now he's going to come visit next month. Suddenly he's going to rearrange his plans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about this. I didn't know
Yeah,
about this.
that's amazing. I'm a big statue fan anyway. I'll stand next to a random statue of some guy from 1600s I've never heard of. But
What-
a statue of Rod Serling.
What I'm
Come
going to do is
on.
I'm going to throw it into my present button here, and it should show up on yours, and you can throw it on screen if you want
Oh,
to.
okay, cool.
So let's see,
This
image
is awesome. I didn't
file.
know this existed.
Oh, hang on, I got to do something here.
There's a great statue of John Lennon in Liverpool. It's really nice seeing that because it's quite well known that there's this really cool statue of John Lennon. He's like sitting there, like casually leaning against the wall by the cavern. That's a really nice statue. There's obviously just when I went to Germany recently, went to Munich, and I heard about this before I went there, and then just walking past it was the weirdest thing. There's a statue of this historical figure from Germany, and all around the base of it, the people of Munich decided to make it into a Michael Jackson memorial. So it's so weird.
Ah.
So there's this guy, there's some sort of like military German historical figure with Michael Jackson stuff everywhere, and like flowers and all sorts. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Right,
So you should see an image down there. There you go.
Oh.
no way.
And that's in Binghamton, New York.
No,
Oop.
that doesn't help.
It's on the
Oh, there.
bottom there, Binghamton.
Binghamton
Yeah.
in New York. Oh.
Huh.
Does anyone ever go to Binghamton?
Well, they went
we
there
can
to-
go when you visit.
Yeah.
They have Serling Fest, I think it's called, down there or up there, wherever you are, I guess.
Oh
Wherever.
my god.
We'll have to check when that is, Gareth.
Oh, it's funny. Look, I've got this
Yeah,
here.
maybe.
I'll get rid of it because that's awesome. We've got to go. That's so. That's that. You've just like that. What you just said, Richard, is so important. This is a
I've paid for my
revelation.
appearance.
This is crazy. Yeah, that's
Wow.
amazing.
So we'll be
I
seeing
think-
soon Gareth standing beside that statue there with Dave.
yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
nice picture.
Yeah. And
Probably.
I'll just get a fake cigarette and put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. I mean, I've got this ready to go. I'm going to start doing the 1980s reviews after going through the original series. I don't know if you knew that, which I think you do know. I think you.
Oh, I know
commented
your
on
other series.
Uh,
Yeah, the
yeah,
originals.
20
yeah.
26 videos on that. This is not as consistent, but there are some amazing episodes. But it's not as consistent. So I'm going to start that soon. I'll keep looking in the secondhand shops for the other two series because I'd like to do all of it. I'd like to do the Forrest Whitaker one and the recent one. I like the recent one. Didn't really go down very well, but I did like it. But I haven't seen any of the Forrest Whitaker one, which is weird. But I
That's
never
only
really
one
got the
season,
chance.
right?
Yeah. It's very
Are you-
short-lived.
You a Twilight Zone fan, Richard?
Big original series fan, yes.
Yeah.
And
Phenomenal.
I was just going to mention also, I've looked at on the comments on their side. Heidi was telling me that she is bringing Bridge of Birds on a vacation. That's a fantasy novel that one of my viewers gave to me, urging me to read it because I usually don't read fantasy. But it's a very interesting fantasy novel of an ancient China that never was, is I think how they
Oh.
advertise it.
Who's
And
it
so-
by?
Oh, now you got me. I remember a lot of science fiction authors' names right at the top of my head, but no, I'm not sure. And I have them alphabetical on my shelf, so I'm not going to go look.
Did you see the episode of this, by the way, Richard, that had we did it with Mark Scott Zachary, who wrote the Twilight Zone Companion. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw some of it. Yes,
Oh,
I've
so-
seen
so
lots
good.
of Mark Ziegler on lots of different places. He's
Yeah.
he's really giving with his time, isn't he? He's
He
amazing.
really is. He was so.
Yeah.
He was really lovely about the whole thing. We had to go through his kind of secretary, if you like, or publicist or whatever, and he was just really nice. He was because he said, didn't he? I've only got an hour, and he was there for ages, wasn't he?
Well, he's busy
Um,
making shows on his own too,
Yeah,
like a science fiction TV series type thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
with old Star Trek actors in it and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, hold on. Let's get back to these comments
Yeah,
for a second
okay,
because
okay. Jenny,
Jenny says hello. Hi, Jenny.
Hello, Jenny.
Good to see you, Jenny.
Yeah. Jenny's not been here for a while, has she? So yeah, absolutely. Heidi's doing lots of rereads, which is always good.
Okay.
So yeah, let us know what you're rereading as well. Jenny rereads Lord of the Rings every year.
Every year. crazy.
Probably every month, but I think it's every year. We love Richard Shorts.
I don't know if
Army
my
of
wife's
the-
going to see this one.
Currently reading Vor by James Blish. Cool.
I haven't read it, but I have it in my shelf here, and it looks very interesting.
What's that about? Anybody know?
He's gonna go and get it. It's very cool the way you're set up, where you can just
It's got quick access to a lot of stuff there.
yeah.
Vor.
War.
I've got some-
Beings of unthinkable fury assault the earth with their terrible might.
Ooh.
And it kind of looks like a spider or something coming
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, that's
The
interesting.
only
I wonder if
Blish
that's
I've
been
read
in...
are those his Star Trek episode retellings. Not
7 million degrees of infernal fury. Wow. That actually sounds really good.
Yeah,
He's gonna read that tonight.
It
after
was
the
the first
show.
time. But and you say they look like spiders. I'm wondering if that was a bit of an influence on JMS for Babylon 5. You know, the shadows are like they look a bit like spiders, don't they? Are you a Babylon 5 fan?
I'm a Babylon 5 fan.
I got this weird thing in my head earlier. Dave, you're going to think I'm mental, but I was watching interviews of JMS, and I was thinking, I wonder if he's contactable, you know, because we've interviewed Adrian Tchaikovsky. Would he, you know, clearly a bit of a pipe dream, but can you imagine if I did get hold of him and he was like, yeah, I'll go on your show. Okay, cool.
You know what? One of my friends, Nick of the Book Graveyard, recently talked to, now I'm forgetting the actor's name. Oh, anyways, a great actor who loves reading pulp magazine or pulp books. Paul Giamatti.
Oh, really? Paul Giamatti?
Yeah,
That's
and so he had him on for 2 hours. They couldn't stop talking about stuff. So you never know.
That's well good, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I'd have so many questions and so many. I just to hear him talk to us would be insane because Babylon 5 is such a big thing for me. So, that's cool because there's lots of connections to these things. It's like there's a big connection between the Twilight Zone and Harlan Ellison, in all sorts of ways. And he was the creative consultant in Babylon 5, so he was literally hired so that JMS would write something and go, "Is this original?" And he'd go, "Yeah, but that bit is a rip off. You don't need to do that and all that." So he was kind of hired to sort of be that kind of guy. And you know, there's a lot of these people that are in my sort of literary life, if you like, are kind of like they're all connected somehow, you know.
Well, and Babylon 5, they had so many call outs to so many classic authors, etc. I mean, there's a character named Bester. I mean,
Alfred Bester. Yeah, literally, he's called Alfred Bester as well. Yeah. Which I'll tell you what, because literally earlier today, it was a bit of funny. It's the first day back at work today after the summer holiday, which is stupidly early, but there we go. We've got like 3 weeks of meetings and stuff before the students come back. But anyway, I was in my room. I thought I'll watch a bit of YouTube, and I watched the 20th anniversary reunion of the Babylon 5 cast. And I was watching it, and I was going, and then it would go to the left, and it'd go to the right, and I think this is like a huge amount of people. And Walter Koenig was there, which was really cool. He played Alfred Bester, obviously, and it was such a big thing for him, I think, because he was always Chekhov, and he kind of reinvented himself because obviously Alfred Bester is an absolute bastard in Babylon 5. So there's a really good thing, and he was brilliant in it. He was absolutely brilliant in it. So it was really nice seeing him there because you get a bunch of people together. You don't expect Walter Koenig to be there. So yeah, that was really cool. Right, hold on. So yeah, James Blish, awesome. Let us know what you think of it, mate. And then
wait, you missed one.
No, hold on, I missed one. Dungeon Crawler Carl. About to start book 4
already. Okay.
Yeah, I've got the first one now, so I'm gonna read that soon.
I've heard they're page turners.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So I'm reading. I'm going to get to it later, but I wanted to tell you guys what I'm reading, and there's a bunch of things I'm kind of reading at the same time. But I would like to get to that one soon.
Mm-hmm.
We've got that bit. Haunting of Hill House.
I loved Haunting of Hill House. Okay.
No, a lot of people do. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
How did you like the series on Netflix?
I like the series a lot better than I like the book.
Yeah,
You?
I did too. I mean, I really like most of Mike Flaherty's stuff. The guy who made it. They sometimes call him the King Whisperer because he can do some pretty good adaptations of Stephen King work as well.
Yeah.
Flannery, I think his last name.
Not
One of the
Flanagan.
best Flannery movies I've ever seen is The Life of Chuck, which is
fantastic.
based on the novella, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And I'd say there's nothing wrong with the story. It's a brilliant story, but some of that really works as a film. You know, like the music side of it when he's dancing to the drums and stuff.
Yeah.
But Stephen King's very good at describing that, so it's not any discredit to the story. But yeah, it was great that he adapted it literally like word for word, really, didn't he? But it's done so
very
well.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
I didn't get it. I didn't read the story.
Oh,
But I watched the movie only because our friend Joe over at Book Buzz, like he cried and he like couldn't stop talking about it. He cried. He watched it twice in a row, and so I'm like, all right, so I got to watch this thing. And I'm gonna get a bunch of hate for this, but I just really didn't like it or get it. You know, like.
Well, it was a funny discussion with my wife when we left the cinema because she was like, "So, what was that bit? And what about And so I was like, because I had read it for a while, I'd forgotten the story, so I read it again when I got home. But I was like, well, I think it means this, and then I think that's that. So you kind of get a bit like that with that film because it's obviously not very linear and it's a high concept story. Let's face it. Yeah. So once you're locked in, you're like, actually, and then we were doing that together. We were going, well, if that's true, then that must, hold on a minute. That's what that bit means. So it was a bit like that. So we had a bit of a discussion afterwards as we were, going to the car park.
Some films are non-sequential and sometimes it's better to see them 2 or 3 times. Like I remember Dunkirk by Nolan with the way the 3 timelines came together. The first time I saw that, I'm just trying to figure out, when is this happening now? No, it's not happening now, because there's 3 different paces of time happening in that film. But then when you watch it a second or third time, you're just going, this is brilliant. And that's how I felt about Life of Chuck as well.
I'll tell you what, go on.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
No, yours was probably more direct.
No, well, it might not have been. I was going to talk about a different film, so go on.
Oh, I was going to say, so in that vein, I for some reason I kept reading about recently. I've seen a number of articles about Cloud Atlas.
Oh,
has anybody read that?
I have.
Okay,
but it's very confusing that way. I would say more so than Life of Chuck.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's put me off a bit. So one I thought I might read one day, but but the guy who wrote that, this little nugget, the guy who wrote that, David Mitchell, he wrote the dialogue that was in the Kate Bush concerts when she came back after 37 years and did these shows in London. There were bits of dialogue in between the songs, and David Mitchell wrote those. That's pretty cool. So he's clearly friends with Kate Bush. What's that about? Inception. I'll never forget when I went to see Inception with my mate, right? My mate Jeff. It was so funny because you have these experiences together where you watch films together. And Inception, the kind of film it is, it was so funny that about 40 minutes in, he leaned over to me and went, I'm still in it. I've got it.
That was a great movie.
It's a great film, yeah. I think that's him doing it really well. I think Tenet was completely balmy. I think that was like too much. Like he was trying to trick us almost. I think
that was hard. Yeah, that one was hard.
Yeah. So Inception, I think, is amazing. And the what do they call it? The thing at the end, it starts to waver.
The spinning top.
Yeah, the spinning top. It does start to waver at the end. So I think we do know. There's a big discussion. Is he there or is he not there?
I think it's ambiguous enough that you can just take whatever you want out of it, and I don't mind that kind of an ending.
The waiver. All right, I can't. I DNF doesn't call it Carl twice. Wow.
A forever twice. DNF. Whoa.
I'll give it another go.
That's what I should do, is make a video called Forever DNF. I like that name.
Yeah.
What did you not like about it, Heidi? Tell us.
Yeah, because MJ and Ollie didn't like it much either.
Oh.
But I think MJ just said that she didn't really connect to it. She didn't really lock in. And I'm not really sure what Ollie said. I remember he didn't like it, but I don't remember getting a hold of what he didn't like either.
They
Because
probably
it's funny.
weren't D&D players.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know?
That might be a thing. Recently read iRobot, loved it. Yeah, I'm looking
Nice.
forward to going back to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
Hi there.
Publicly thank Elaine for this amazing video she did today, where she did I haven't got them here, have I? She did a video review of 2 of my books, which was so lovely of her. She's done a lot of that actually, and I really do appreciate it. And she keeps saying to me, "Look, big up your own stuff and don't worry about it." And so I am going to do a video about the first book because she keeps telling me I need to do that, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone. People on BookTube don't always like the author thing. Do you know what I mean? Especially like these pretenders who self-publish. What's that about? But yeah. Right. So these are Jenny. Still can't believe you didn't sing on the Alps.
The hills are alive.
There was someone near me singing, but I thought you crack on, mate.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, we'll play. Chris is here. Hi, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Go check out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, go, Chris.
Yeah.
Everyone, check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel. It's brilliant. Who was
What
it?
is Chris?
I think it was Michael K. Vaughan said a comment on one of his videos. One of his most recent video. He said you're one of the best storytellers on BookTube. I thought that was really good because he'll just talk about how he feels about the story in such an interesting and unique way, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on. What, Dave? What are you
What's
saying?
this wordplay he's talking about?
That's an episode of Twilight Zone.
Oh, which episode is that?
Wordplay. Oh God, I can't remember. I recognise the title, but I can't remember.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a college town and IBM headquarters.
That's when we were talking about the Sterling
that's right.
Quest.
That's where he's from.
Oh, upstate New York. That might be pretty far away, Gareth.
Yeah, I assumed it would be a bit of a thing. But
Oh, so is that when they say upstate New York? Does that mean it's close to Ontario then?
I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by close.
Okay.
But yeah,
Doesn't-
it's pretty far.
Yeah. Okay. I can always look it up on a map.
I mean, it's pretty far from me.
Yes.
It's pretty far from me.
There's not
If you're
probably
talking
not an airport there.
So Elaine's only read one book of Foundation. Someday plans to read the others.
I think the second book, to me, was the strongest book.
Oh, okay.
Really? See, it was my least favorite.
It's where they introduced the mule, wasn't it? In the second book.
I thought that story. I thought the whole. Look, it was exciting and interesting all its own way, but I thought it didn't really fit. You know what I mean? I thought it was kind of. It was a very weird, different, more fantastical thing. And
It changed the vibe of the whole series.
Yeah.
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 I'm intrigued.
So I didn't dislike it, but I just thought it was odd.
I felt like it gave it the punch that it needed to bring it to another level.
Huh.
Okay. So I'm expecting a review of the Foundation trilogy on your channel, Dave.
Wait, so you've only read the first book when you were younger,
When I was younger,
Garrett?
I haven't read any of Foundation, but I read some of iRobot and some other random short stories.
You read the whole series, right, Richard?
yeah, I read those. iRobot, all the robot Cave of Steels type stuff.
Okay.
End of Eternity, which is perhaps my favorite Asimov.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in a year's time, I'll have quite a bit of Asimov under my belt. I think, like some of it rereads probably, because some of it I don't even remember what it was I read, and I'm really looking forward to it because I've been enjoying the ones I've read recently.
Which was the one, Richard, with the? I don't know if that was the. Which was the one with like the proton pump and the two different sort of. Universes. Which one was that?
The one where they have aliens who are I think you might be thinking of the gods themselves.
Okay, I can't remember if
That's from
that was that or a
1972.
different.
He
Yeah.
won both Hugo and Nebula for that. He was returning to science fiction after writing just basically science stuff in the 60s. I think that's what you're referring to. It's a very, he doesn't really write about aliens hardly at all, but that one was a very interesting take on aliens. And it was a connection from our universe to their universe with that. I think you call it a proton pump. It was some sort of mechanical thing that
Yeah.
was hurting the other universe with what they were doing.
Yeah. That was so many years ago. I couldn't remember which book it was.
Well, you know what? These novels are the ones that I found in my school library. I grew up. I'm 63, so I grew up right when I was a little kid when the original Star Trek was on, and reruns of Star Trek, reruns of the original Twilight Zone, and whatever. Those were things that I would see after school, and or sometimes later on a Friday night if my parents would let me stay up. And the school library at that time, when I was keying into science fiction, it was very much stocked with Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, Ray Bradbury. Not as much Heinlein. There was definitely the juveniles were there, but this was a middle school library, and so that's where I really really started to dig into reading science fiction that wasn't a novelization, let's say, of the show.
Okay.
So how old were you then?
I would have been, so middle school is grade 7 through 9, so that would be around say 12 to 15 years old.
Yeah, that's the same age as me. Yeah, because you start off by reading novelizations and then you start delving a little deeper, didn't you? Yeah, definitely.
I
I found
remember the
this
one that
next to me. Go on, now, go on.
I was just going to say the one that there's two actually that really blew my mind, that really sealed the deal, and I'd never seen the movie, but it was Planet of the Apes by Pierre Boulle. We had this old hardcover copy in our library, and I found it and I read it, and I don't know if you've ever read the book, but it has a different framing to it, and
Totally different. Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's
twist at
other
the end
levels
that's
that you
not
don't see in the movie, although I think the movie is quite good too. And so I read that one, and then
quite good. You're
there's some people who think that that's the best science fiction movie of all time, or perhaps they came out so close together. 2001: A Space Odyssey and Planet of the Apes kind of really cemented some people's interest in science fiction.
quite different films.
But the other one was Childhood's End. Those two books probably were the big ones for me in my teen years.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a great book. Yeah. We've said this years ago, so I don't know if it'll ever happen. But me and Michael K. Vaughan are supposed to be one day doing like live streams or whatever about each of the Planet of the Apes films. So definitely because I bloody love them. They're amazing. First one especially. First one, yeah. Second one's a bit naff, but
and you know that you got to know that Serling wrote the original script for that one.
Yeah. Wrote the ending because the ending of the book has got a twist, but it's just a really weird
different
kind of framing twist. Yeah, and you're like, whoa,
and almost impossible to film, really.
Yeah.
In terms of how it works,
and it wouldn't work as well as a twist anyway. No. I mean, and what Rod Serling wrote is pretty incredible. I found this next to me as we're talking about Asimov. So this is an edition of Isaac Asimov's science fiction magazine. It's got a new robot story called Christmas Without Rodney. And it's also got a Hal Nelson story in it as well. So that was pretty cool that I found that. So yeah, he's definitely on my radar in a big way, in a way that he was when I was younger, but he is now again, which is kind of cool because obviously he's very important.
What do you think of the show, the Foundation show, Richard?
I thought that it was working on the framework from the novels, but they made some huge changes right away at the beginning, with the Emperor being somebody that could be of 3 ages and be cloned over and over again. And so as soon as I saw that, I go, okay, I can't think of this really as the Foundation books. But I was very excited at one point to see that the Mule was coming into the series. I lost interest though about halfway through the 3rd season and haven't watched it since.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of the series?
I am a big fan. I well, the first time through, I stopped at about episode 4 or 5 or something, and it was a lot. It was too much because it wasn't just Foundation. It was like you said, it was they were adding other Asimov stuff in, like the robot stuff. Then there
Yeah.
was new stuff like the Emperor stuff, and so it was a lot. And I don't know, I just quit. But then I went back, I gave it another shot, and started over again. And I'm glad I did because now I've loved it. You know, and we're in 3 seasons in now, and it's I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
This
Try
is
again,
not-
try again, Rich. Do what I did.
Maybe I'll have to. You know what? I'm very happy. I love that Apple TV really works hard at getting quality science fiction out there. And
They're
I don't know
killing
if you
it.
guys know this, that Neuromancer is one of their next ones that is coming out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got the book right here because I'm about to read it in
Whoa.
anticipation.
It's a challenging read even now. I found it very challenging. Well, back in the 80s, I DNF'd that one right away. I didn't get it. But now our parlance is so much similar to what was in that book. In fact, you
Yeah.
could say the book invented some of the parlance that we have now, that I think majority of people can really get it now.
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
William Gibson, Canadian.
Oh, is he Canadian? I don't
Yeah.
always. I don't
He,
know sometimes.
He's a defect from the United States during the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Defect? That's not the right term.
No.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. He avoided the Vietnam War by coming to Canada, or was protesting it.
Yeah, that's cool. So back to this. So William John Silver said, I used to travel through a lot of the New York State towns Rod Serling mentioned in his bus station episode. Mirror Image. Mirror Image is so good. Such as Cortland, New York.
Oh, that's the one where the woman is waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
That's one of the scarier ones. No.
Yeah, it's well
Yeah.
creepy. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that guy's running at the end, isn't he? And then like he's
Yeah.
getting chased. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
And that's a Rod Serling story, I think, as well. So Constance says hi. Have we said
Hey,
hi to Constance?
Constance.
I can't
Hello,
remember.
Constance.
Yeah. So lots of hellos. Heidi says, I remember liking all 3 books of Foundation. It was part of a science fiction literature class. A science fiction literature class. That's interesting.
I took one in college too.
Ah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. A book alley.
Book
That's the
alley,
thing.
yeah.
The way you were going back and forth. It smelled good. I love
Too
it.
bad it doesn't continue forever. Put a poster on the wall or something.
Yeah. That's so good. My shelves need some serious reorganization. Need bookshelves, but I don't have space. Yeah, I hear you.
Jenny.
Yeah, I as you may have seen, I've done an audit. I've counted all my books and I've rearranged them all, so it's much tidier, and I've kind of made it makes a lot more sense as well, because really my go-to is the science fiction stuff, and I had them kind of like in a more difficult place, and having them here is much better. This was supposed to be my immediate TBR, and I had just sort of random stuff that I wasn't really going to read first, so that's all good. And I've got
That's all our TBRs.
Yeah.
I had a great suggestion because I moved to an apartment from a house. And so this shelf is in the middle of a smaller bedroom, and I have books on both sides because they're cubicles. So this shelf here is full on 2 sides with books. And it's one of the best space suggestions I ever had.
Like a library.
Yeah, and that's and that's what it looks like behind me here too, right? It just looks like a row in the library.
Is the other side the same way?
No, it's right against the wall here.
Oh, okay.
And a window there.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's so good though.
Yeah. I was disappointed to hear you say, because you're at like 1,700 now, right, Gareth? And if you hadn't unhauled all those other books, you would have 2 libraries.
Yeah, I'd be well over 2,000.
Is 1,000 in the library?
That's what they say.
Oh.
That's what they say.
yeah.
Then I only recently got to 1,000 or to be a library.
I don't even want to count.
When I was moving, I counted just because I wanted to. I did get rid of some things. So I think it was like 975 when I moved, and there's a few more books that have found their way into my library since then.
I was so pleased when I got to 792 up in the loft. I'll call this the lowest number than it was before. I was like, yes, I've got somewhere with unhauling stuff, and then there's so much down here. It didn't matter. I was just like, and then there's that shelf, and it's just like, and my 2 cartoonist shelves, they're small books, so there's tons, and they're really thin.
Yeah.
You need to do at least a short of the loft. because you've mentioned the loft so much, and nobody knows what it looks like.
Well, one of my videos, I did 2 years ago or 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I did these videos called The Great Unhaul, and I know that one of them, maybe the first one, has got a photo of me in the loft. I kind of do that.
Oh, okay.
So there is that. But yeah, I mean, it's not the most glamorous thing to you know, and it's not like it's not been converted or anything. So it would literally be like there's one light in there, and it's just, you know. But yeah, I mean,
I just want to know what you're talking about every time you mention it.
The loft.
The loft. It's
This
this dark
mysterious
place.
loft.
Would you say attic over your way? You say an attic, or would you say
That's
loft
what
as
we
well?
would call it in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we say attic as well, but I think a loft is probably more common.
For us, a
I don't-
loft might be not in the attic, but if you had an A-framed house and you had a floor that was halfway up from the main floor that perhaps had a bed on there or something like that,
Yeah.
and a ladder,
Oh.
that would be called a loft.
That's what we would typically call a loft here too. Yeah.
Well, my loft has got, it is like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it open? Like, at least in the U.S., like an attic, it's usually closed off, right?
Yeah.
You have like some stairs that you pull down,
Yeah.
and that
Oh.
creates an opening, and you go up in
Trap
the attic.
door type
Uh,
opening.
Yeah.
Well,
totally.
now we're going to start delving into the way I maintain my house. So it should be closed off, but the door for it, the little trap door thing, broke, and I've never replaced it. So it's
okay.
like it's got an open gap there, and there's a permanent step ladder there. So I don't have one attached, but I have a step ladder there, which I'll bring out every time I go up there.
Okay. Yeah, we would call that an attic.
Yeah,
Call that
yeah.
an attic.
I hate going up there, to be honest, but that's where obviously you keep stuff that you need storage. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
I want to bring up a comment that I see Jenny made here about Apple TV did a great job with Murderbot. I read the first novella of Murderbot, and I saw the whole series of Murderbot, and I was much more captivated by the series than I was by the novella. And I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I read the first one too, but I haven't tried the show yet, so definitely worth watching.
I thought so.
I've read the first book and I enjoyed it, but I'm a bit peeved that it was this small novella that was like 15 quid or something. You know what I mean? Cheeky bastards. But they've put some of them together now. They've anthologized it a bit. So it's not as cheeky. But I thought, I'm not going to spend the price of actually more expensive than a novel for something that's like a third of a novel. So I thought it was a bit naff. But I did buy the first one because everyone was talking about it.
It's a good cash grab. But now that they put 3 or 4 of them together in an omnibus, I guess you would call it, of novellas.
Yeah, that's not so bad. I haven't got Apple TV because you're absolutely right. They keep putting these things. Because the first thing I wanted to see quite early on, I think it's one of the first things they made, maybe, was Dark Matter, the Blake Crouch book. And I love that book so much. And
For All Mankind, Pluribus, there's lots of them.
Yeah. So I really do want it, but it's a bit of a wrestle with.
That's the hard thing about streaming.
Yeah.
So Richard, since you like the Apple stuff so much, I wonder if you've seen, because it's not as publicized. Have you seen Calls?
That sounds familiar. Is that the one that's it's almost like a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah. There's the only visuals are just, it's mostly audio.
I think I've seen it.
And it's okay.
Yeah, because it's not really like a TV series.
No.
That's why I was saying podcast. It's kind of like stories. Do you actually see like the sound waves? I can't remember exactly what it is that you see.
There's just some like graphic, like lines moving around and stuff that kind of go along with.
Very experimental, but it was. Yeah. I remember thinking that it was pretty good. I can't even remember what the story is.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah, I like that.
It's like 8 or 10 episodes, but they're all different lengths. Some are very short. The whole thing is like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it was
maybe over Christmas I should get like a 1 month subscription for Apple TV just to go through all these things.
You could binge there's so much awesome sci-fi to binge at once. All the ones that Richard mentioned, and like Silo and
Yes,
Severance.
I didn't even mention that. That's right.
Severance, one of the best shows I've ever
Yep.
seen. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah. Okay.
You might need 2 months, even binging all day.
Yeah. Well, because obviously Christmas I get 2 weeks off, so it's a good chance to stay at home and do all that. So yeah, that's definitely because Pluribus. I really want to see that because I absolutely love the other.
I
films
loved
he's
it.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's the actress. I've forgotten her name. Who's the actress again?
Reese Saber, Seahorn. Reese
Seahorn.
Seahorn.
Yeah. She's so amazing in Better Call Saul.
Good.
So brilliant. So yeah, I'm really, really keen to watch that.
And set in Albuquerque again, which I kind of love. New Mexico is where my friend Chris of Liminal Spaces lives, and I've visited him a number of times now, and I love that Albuquerque area.
Yeah, it's good. There's something about it. I know what you mean. Yeah. Right, let's keep going with this for a sec. Great chat with Paul Giamatti.
That was when we were talking about Nick talking to him on his show on his channel.
Olive did something. I'm not sure what that was. Trapped in a loop.
You do.
I don't know, but she appeared for a moment. They might ask about Cherry.
Nicole.
I've left the door open so Cherry could appear, but she's not here yet.
Hey, Nicole.
Nicole, nice one. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hello to Nicole.
Nicole has a great comment coming up.
Yeah,
I think it's about your books in your loft.
Okay, cool. I think Hyperion labels many things Gibson as an homage to Neuromancer.
It was only written a couple of years after.
Yeah, Hyperion's more recent than I think of it. I have to remember that it's like an 80s book, isn't it?
1989, I think it is.
89, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great book. I like Hyperion, but I've only read the first one, but I really like it. The Haunting of Hill House is great as you never see anything, just noises. Yeah, very atmospheric.
Mm-hmm.
How's Your Hair review? How's Your Hair is the big hit that the Brown Yelp Gang have, and they're a bit confused because they were drunk when they recorded it, and it's just 20 minutes of them saying "How's your hair?" It's a stupid book, but there we go. I'm very proud of it. I watched Project Hail Mary and loved it. Yay!
I enjoyed it too.
Great film. I'm not really buying Blu-rays at the minute, and I was going to do a video about physical media. I was going to pick a few Blu-rays, pick some books, pick some CDs, and talk about why I love physical media. And I'm always tempted to just go mad and just buy like I used to, but I want to try and be selective. And I walked past Project Hail Mary a couple of days ago in HMV, and I was like, "Oh, it would be nice. It would be nice to have because there'll be a commentary on it probably." And that's why I like DVDs and Blu-rays for the commentaries. You know, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Rocky for the win. So it's great the way they did Rocky. Dunkirk disappointed me. Was looking to learn about it. There must be you must get loads and loads of documentaries about Dunkirk, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, before I saw that for the first time, I didn't really know much about it until I saw the publicity about the story of people from the town of Dunkirk in England, knowing that their boys were trying to evacuate a beach in France where the counterattack was pushing them into the water, and decided to get in their boats and go get their boys. That's the basic concept there.
Is Dunkirk in England? I thought it was in France. Oh, okay.
Nope. There was a fishing village. Well, at least in the film, it's a fishing village in England. I don't think they changed that.
There we go. So I clearly need to. I'm a history graduate. I didn't know that.
Well, it's got to be somewhere in your neighborhood towards Dover or something like that.
Yeah,
it
wouldn't be that far away either. Yeah, because I'm on the south. So yeah, it would be near where Gavin lives. Gavin lives in Kent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be near there. Mitchell's book number 9, Dream, was better than Cloud Atlas. There you go. Constance says that one's worth looking at. They don't like you talking about your books. Oh, well, bye. Oh, yeah. That's about
your own books.
Yeah. No, thanks, Nicole. Well, Nicole's an author as well.
I'm going to call out her comment that I was referring to before when I was talking about your loft. She has a comment later that says, "Crushed by books is a great way to go." And she's talking to Jenny here. I'm sure they have something going on there.
Yeah. You need to shamelessly self-plug more often. No, it's true. It is true. And I would do that about the band, but I feel like I feel a bit more of a pretender. I think it's because you get like the band's won awards and we get audiences, people buy tickets to see us. It's not, you don't feel like a pretender so much with that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you self-publish a book, you're the one that thinks it's good, and you know you haven't got that legitimacy, you know, of someone else going, I'm going to publish your book. So I think that's what does me in.
Isn't that the modern or contemporary way of doing it? Like Hugh Howey with his silo publications, you know, John Scalzi, the way he talks about all his stuff. The
Martian was
the Bobby Verse guy, and all those people, right? They've had to really push their own agendas.
And Jodie Taylor's Chronicles of St. Mary's, which I talk about on the channel, nobody else talks about it on BookTube, but that series was self-published first as well. Yeah, there's definitely loads of examples of that. So you could definitely rationalize it and go, hold on a minute, you know, there's nothing wrong with it.
But that's also, I think, the drawback, because there's a lot of people who are writers who are not great at self-promotion.
Yeah. It's an ego thing. Do you know what I mean? I've got a very small ego, so I need that reassurance before I start going on about it. Amazing authors should be talking about their amazing books, and Elaine's done a lot for my books, which I do appreciate. So has Michael K. Vaughan. Michael K. Vaughan's given me great reviews, which is great, you know, because you know, I don't expect anyone to say that, you know, but people always do though. Scott from the Brookish Bryants, you know, he did the same thing. You know, Scott and Becky. Maybe we need a video stream with a few guys chatting about your books. Yeah. Well, I can get that going. Get Margaret and Nicole and a few other people on there. That'd be cool.
This is our collective series that we did with other YouTube channels. Short stories called Weird Frequencies.
Weird Frequencies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jake Mortem is the editor of that.
Yeah, and he's making a lot of effort in it, because I wanted to send something to him and I just missed the deadline. But he was really nice in the email I sent him, and he's doing loads for that.
He's really casting it pretty wide open, as you were just saying, in terms of primarily to booktubers, but also to people who are watching booktube as well. If you have stories that you want to submit, he's doing a couple different anthologies now.
Yeah. No, Elaine, that'd be good to get Nicole on there. I need to start getting everyone's books physically. Grab everyone's book on my Kindle. Book trophies. Yeah. Well, you can see the covers better. I think my books have got really good covers. Hopefully Nova will let me bite it then. Yeah, you're very busy with Nova, aren't you? It's a fantastic puppy. Puppies are amazing. Yeah. People love seeing your pets on screen.
Yeah. Even if it's a mummy.
Yeah, right.
Never
Michael gave on with Roger.
Yeah, Roger. You got to see the first one at least. I really love the new ones as well. Ooh. So Matt Reeves did the trilogy Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes. I think they're fantastic. And the new one, Kingdom, was really good as well. So yeah, the only there's two dodgy ones. The second one, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and really the Tim Burton one's not great. You know, it looks great, and there are some things like Paul Giamatti's in it. There's some really great acting in it, but it's just a big chase movie, and it's just not got any substance. And Mark Wahlberg isn't a great lead, so you know it's not amazing. But I will defend it and say it looks amazing, and Tim Roth is fantastic in it, and Helena Bonham Carter is really cool in it as well. But yeah, it's nowhere near. It's not a patch on a lot of the others, I'd say.
I really liked when Matt Reeves was reimagining it and tied it into research that had to deal with Alzheimer's with the father's researcher, and the connection with the chimpanzee at that point and the father. That hit at the heartstrings in a really good way, I thought.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree. It's it's a very emotional film, that first one. And I think he's a really interesting director, I think, because he also obviously went on from that trilogy to do the Batman. And that's a really interesting take on Batman as well. Like, he you know, fully
very talented guy.
Detective heavy film, the Batman, you know, it's great.
Hey, Lewis.
Yeah, there we go. Agent Spywalker's here. So people saying hello again. I think you've seen this one, haven't we? Yeah. Chris is saying in wordplay, the language changes on the main character as he has to relearn it.
Ah.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's like you all of a sudden don't understand language in your hometown or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think I remember that one.
Yeah, is it ringing a bell? My unread Kindle books are terrifyingly high. I'd be crushed by them. Crushed by
you
that's
were
where it
like
comes from.
140 or something, right, Jenny? What number you
Yeah,
at now? Do you know?
Because she's like in the middle of that many series, isn't she? You should mess with people and have a dummy poking its head out. 4 times over. My Murderbot theory is that it's one long book.
This is Brett from The Beast Reads. Hi, Brett.
Oh, hi, Brett.
Hi, Brett. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, I get that. If they're a continuation like that, I mean, I've only read the first one, but if that's what she's done, if they follow on like that, then yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of
like closure, though. I mean, there's definitely closure at the end of book 1. You know,
I feel like it's kind of a contemporary fix-up novel in terms of stories stand on their own, but they connect together sequentially.
Yeah. I didn't leave a comment on a review now because I fell asleep immediately after watching your review. So yeah, that was sort of earlier.
What I've learned about Gareth is he watches tons of people's videos, but doesn't leave a ton of comments. Probably because he's always falling asleep.
Yeah, I do. The amount of times I go back to it and go, right, I need to go back to it and leave a comment. The amount of times I do that. So yeah, that is true. Because I'm watching it on TV. Most of the time I'm watching I'm not watching it on a device.
Yeah.
I'm watching on TV. And when I'm watching a live stream, I'll watch it on TV and I'll have my iPad in front of me typing. So I don't always do that with the normal videos. So I apologize, Elaine, but hopefully my gratitude is really obvious because I am so grateful. But yeah, she says that she noticed some things in there that I didn't notice. So that's kind of interesting. She said that it reminded her of the one aspect of it reminded her of Stephen King, which is really weird because I didn't see that. So that was interesting. Salem's Lot. She said something reminded her of Salem's Lot. So yeah, funny what people get in it. I got the Apple sub through Prime, so I could watch Murderbot. Yeah. On Prime you can add other things, but I can get Apple TV separately if I need to. But Steve Buscemi, we all love Steve Buscemi, don't we? He was a nice addition to the Wednesday series, season 2 of Wednesday. That was cool. Did you watch that Wednesday?
Oh yes, I did. Sorry,
you did. Yeah. I love that. I'm a big fan, but then I'm a big Adams Family nut anyway. You can't get eyes on your books if you don't do much regarding talking about it. It's yes, absolutely. If you don't talk about it, who's going to know that they exist? You are right. I just don't want to harm. It's weird. I don't want anyone going, "Oh God, he's gone on his books. I'm going to unsubscribe." Sorry, him. He's a twat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, some people. I think I've seen it. I haven't seen it. I haven't had any comments on my channel, but I've seen some people say to other people, "Oh, I prefer it when you don't talk about your own books." I've seen that before, which is a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit unkind, I'd say. Yeah. Omnibus Reader. Morning.
Hi, Deb.
Is it Deb? Sorry. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
I'm sorry if you said this before, but did you get Ollie as a puppy and raise her, or get her a bit older?
We got Olive was a COVID puppy actually, so we got her. So so she was born in early December, and we got her right before lockdown in March of 2020. We got her in February. She was supposed to be with her mom a little longer, but she annoyed her mom. That's why people don't believe me when I tell you that she's a nut job. She annoyed her mother so much because her mother lives down the street, lives one street over. She annoyed her mother so much that her mother finally bit her. Oh. And they're like, okay, it's time to send her off to her new family. So we took her early.
Right.
And then like lockdown happened like, I don't know, like a week or two after that or something. So
was you allowed to take her for a walk in that?
Yeah, it was a shame because we took her to a puppy play group and she loved it. She was going crazy, playing, and she was very social. And then we could only do one. We did one, and then there was lockdown, and so then
Oh,
she
that's a
couldn't
shame.
see anybody. So yeah, I mean, we would take her for a walk, but you couldn't engage with around here. Like one time, Tracy and I were walking the dogs, and the cops would like patrol the streets with their loudspeakers, and they talked. But you weren't allowed to walk together. They scolded us for walking too close together as husband and wife when we were walking our dogs.
You're like,
Telling
we
us
live together. What's the
we
matter
need
with
to be
you?
10 feet apart. They tell us on the loudspeaker,
It was amazing how many COVID police there were.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. We did a when like towards the last few months of COVID, we did 2 gigs that were kind of quite mad, because one of them was down the seafront, and they'd chalked squares for people to stand in, so that they were separate. So we had an audience, but they were all spread out.
Yeah.
And that was like an attempt to keep live music going while, and we all had masks, and we weren't allowed backstage. We weren't allowed to be near each other backstage, and it was just really odd. And then we did another one on the roof of, on the balcony of one of the main high streets, and like someone who lived there, I think they owned a hairdressers, and they decided they'd get this live gig sorted out. But it was just us. Yeah, they asked us if we'd play in the middle of the street on their balcony. And we were like, yeah, all right. And we only had to worry about sort of being near them, so we were quite separate from them.
Yeah.
But we were like just playing to the street. It was really cool, but quite bizarre, you know. So yeah, it was all these weird things that happened, wasn't it, during the whole thing? It's strange times, you know.
Well, I think you said you're a teacher. It's at college. Is you're a teacher?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So did you have to have your students sitting far apart from each other for a while when you first came back?
Yeah, there was a good couple of years that was really weird. I mean,
Yeah.
the lockdown stuff, doing like video calls, teaching on a video call was impossible, because
I did it. Yeah, I understand.
yeah. It was just madness. You didn't even know if they were there, because they might go, "Yeah, I'm here," and then they like bugger off. And you're chatting away, and you go, "What do you think?" And you go, "Hello," or if someone's trying to speak while someone else is trying to speak, it just like gets all fuzzy and you can't hear what they're saying, and it was just really weird. They became big fans of my wife, though, because she'd go hello and she'd say something, and then he'd go, "Is your wife going to be there tomorrow?" and all that. It was just a bit weird. But
I made a screensaver of a picture of myself sitting like this.
Funny.
So you were a teacher, Richard? I didn't remember
Yep,
you
I was
mentioning
a teacher in middle school and a little bit in high school.
that.
I
Okay.
taught at a private school here in Winnipeg, and so I taught a lot of basic technology courses, yearbook. I did some coaching in basketball. It was a private school, so I did a little bit of teaching from the Bible about the life of Christ. And yeah, I've taught English, phys ed, lots of different courses. As a teacher is wont to do in most schools, they are plugged in different areas sometimes.
yeah, that's cool. That's you learned a lot about you just then.
My favorite grades to teach were grade 8 and grade 9, because they still had that sense of wonder, but they're also questioning what they were, what their family and what their parents and what themselves were all about. So it was just, to me, a perfect age in terms of how their minds worked.
Yeah, that's good.
Perhaps
yeah.
that's how my mind worked too.
Yeah, my age is between 16 and 18, so that's what college is in over here.
Oh,
and then,
I didn't know it was that young.
Yeah, because
we would call that high school here in Canada.
Yeah. There's a difference, because our universities is 18 onwards.
Uh-huh.
So we call it university, you call it college.
In Canada, we call it university or college, either way.
All right, yeah. So yeah, when after that whole lockdown,
their kids don't need to keep going after 16, right, Gareth? That's optional whether you do the 2 years.
It was. Then they changed the law a few years ago, so you have to, if you don't go to college, you have to go to an apprenticeship.
Ah, okay.
So they've changed the law a few years ago. So for many years, so most of my life, the rule was you could leave school at 16, just get a job and blah 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 blah. But yeah, there is a rule now that you have to
know that.
do something like an apprenticeship or something like that. Which is kind of weird, because sometimes we get people who are at college and shouldn't be there, and they don't turn up, and it's they resent it. It's all a bit complicated, so you can get issues like that. But it's just part of teaching it. But one of the things as well was, because I teach music and so much of it's practical, when they did come back after the lockdown, and they had to still be separated. I wasn't allowed to use the rehearsal rooms, so they had to learn everything at home and then come together, and we're all in one room, and I wasn't allowed more than 4 people on the stage area, and they're all separated with these big white these like clear sheets, these plastic sheets, and it was just ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? And it would be like, oh, can we do some backing vocals? No, can't have backing vocals because there's too many people. You know, it was so weird. So
we had to have the desks spaced out when we first came back, and we had to have all be wearing masks. And it was also projected on my board so that if people decided to stay home, that they could watch what we were doing.
Yeah.
It was so complicated.
Yeah. No, I remember that as well. Yeah.
I probably told this before, but my wife teaches the little guys, and that year she was teaching first grade, and so she was doing all that online from the basement, and it was like with first graders, it was like, you know, somebody's got to go to the bathroom, right? So they get up and leave to go to the bathroom, and they just never come back, you know. And it's pretty hard to manage when they're that little, you know.
Yeah. Well, I did a video about COVID. Like, I don't know, there was some sort of anniversary of it, like maybe 5 years later or something, and I did a thing about the whole thing because I got really ill during the time as well. So I talked about the experience of teaching during COVID, and I talked about when I was in hospital and stuff. So, yeah.
Like COVID illness or a different illness?
No, it was definitely COVID.
Yeah.
They said if I hadn't had the first injection, I would have died. So, as it was, it took me months to get my voice back, be able to walk to the. I've got a little supermarket about 15 doors down, like really close. And when I decided to I said to my wife, okay, I'm going to try and walk to the shop. She was like, are you sure? It took me 25 minutes to walk down there. It was crazy. I had no breath at all. And like, I was so pleased with myself that I got there, but it took ages. And that was the first time. And then like I had a wheelchair for a bit. It's so weird.
Wow.
So weird.
Very serious. Yeah.
And I couldn't talk. I couldn't sing. And we had a festival booked that like one of the guys in the band was like, let's just cancel all our gigs. So no, it's not cancel that one. Let's see what we can do. There's like 3 other singers in the band. So look, you guys sing if we have to. I don't even have to be there, but let's not cancel the gig. And then as it got close towards that day, it's actually a festival we're doing soon. But anyway, I started to get my voice back, and it was just amazing. And I sent a little voice message to me singing. They were like, "Oh my god," you know. So it was crazy time. Absolutely, it was terrifying actually. When I was in hospital, it was, you know, I thought that was it. But I just wanted to say, bouncing off. I know this question's not to me, but it's pretty mad that Ralph and Chico, they were the 2 that we kept from a litter that their mum did. That we had their mum. So one night, what was that? 18 years ago. She gave birth to 5 dogs, 5 puppies through the night. And it was the most amazing thing to see, you know. We're so pleased that we actually saw it, that you know, and we kept, I wanted to keep Ralph, but my wife said, we've got to keep Chico because she helped him to get to come out because he was breech. So she was like, we've got to keep this little one. You know, we had him, we had funny names for them first before they named him properly. He was called Runty because he was like the run of the litter. And I think Ralph was called something else. I can't remember. But yeah, so it's quite mad watching a dog give birth to 5 other dogs during the night. Amazing. She did it. She started at about 1 a.m. and she was doing it till about 5 or 6 a.m.
No, it's okay.
Amazing.
Hey, relax.
Hello. I think this might be the first time you've
This
been
is
here.
Wizard
Who's
Jim.
in the gelding?
Wizard Jim.
Hey.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim, for coming in. Jim's got an amazing channel. Again, see, I don't comment enough on Jim's videos, but I watch them and I watch live. I did comment a bit on a couple of the live streams I watched. But yeah, very cool. Thank you for coming in, Jim.
And he recently came out with a collection of stories called Dark Matter 2.
Yes, he did. And
his first one was Dark Matter 1, or just Dark Matter, excuse me.
I watched Jake review that. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Tries to find a seat in the back. I go, man. This is great.
That was me too in university.
Yeah. I've been packing, moving back to Florida.
Florida
Oh, wow.
End of next week. Yep.
I'll sit next to you, Goat Man. And they're all sitting next to each other. I love this.
Yeah.
They're actually, they've got.
Sit in the back with the bros.
What's going on back there?
It was a gym. Brilliant. What on earth is the time there? 12:18. Yeah. He's okay. I'm not that far behind. I'm only 10 minutes behind. Yeah, he's local to me, isn't he?
Yeah, we're catching up here.
This is cool. Might repeat myself, but I sat through all 5 Planet of the Apes films one Saturday in the 70s with a very good friend. She made a garbage bag full of popcorn. It was so fun, except for belief. Yeah.
I want to do that. I totally want to do that. I just need to find the friend that's going to do it with me.
Well,
That sounds like it'd be almost as long as the Lord of the Rings.
Well, what was I been watching? Oh yeah, I've been watching these 2 American guys watching British sitcoms, and they have it in front of them on a little box. So people do this thing where they do this watch along, and it's on screen, because I thought there might be copyright issues, but
Yeah,
I don't
wanted
know.
to do that with some friends too.
Yeah, I need to find out the rules, because it'd be so good to just watch Planet of the Apes while it's on the screen, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
And we can be on the side. It could be like this. Hold on.
because I had a friend who was
Like
doing
that.
something like this right here on
I mean.
StreamYard, but it got pulled again too, even though it was a movie that didn't have a copyright on it anymore. So
Right. So
yeah.
you've still got a copyright strike.
So I don't know.
Yeah. So I'd love to know how you do it, because if it's possible, then how cool would that be? I'd have to start a new series of videos where I'm watching my favorite films with people. Do you know what I mean? That'd be well good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to look into that. If anyone can tell us how it's done, maybe I should write to that couple that I've been watching. Go, how do you do it?
Make a comment on the video, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, I do make some guys. Can you believe it? Not that seat, Jimmy. Sit on the other side. Someone spilled juice there on the floor. It's all sticky. Nice. 4,913 unread on my Kindle.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. So the open series has got even bigger.
I tell you what, though, that's because they're unread. And this is what I think about the whole electronic era, right? And the whole streaming thing and torrenting as well. Because I talk about this with my students. Because the thing about physical media, if you go to a shop and you buy an album, you've bought the album, you can listen to it. If you go onto BitTorrent or something and you download an entire discography, because I did this, I was like, I want to hear some Rush albums. I ordered the entire discography of Rush, and I forgot I had it because I didn't make any effort to get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
I think my library behind me here breaks your point, though.
Well, because you don't remember what you got.
Because I haven't read 1,000 books.
No, but you know they're there. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. And I think that when you have it electronic, because I bet you, Jenny, if you look at
kinda
her
lost.
4,000 nights, you'd be like, I forgot I had that. Do you know what I mean? So I do think there's a difference, So you
Have
can
you ever
collect
bought
like crazy.
I know I've bought a second book of something that I didn't realize I had already.
Oh,
I'm sure on the Kindle too, there's different versions of the same book that you purchased that you don't remember.
I have
Yeah.
just finally started to do that. It's one of those things, just like I never thought I would ever watch a movie again, forget I watched it one time, or read a book and didn't remember I read it. I thought that would never happen to me. Right now I'm old enough, right? Same now it's happening with the books. I'm buying books and I already had it.
Welcome to the senior moments.
Your books have come of age. Your book collection's come of age. Yeah, the film thing you're going to see now. So
So many films I can re-enjoy now.
Jenny,
I had the book. Can I say, Dave, quick? The box that I made for you to get sent across, and then it was like 700 quid or something.
Yeah.
That box. A lot of them were like duplicates. I was like, I bought them by accident. Like they would be like, do you want to buddy read that one? Because
Yeah.
So yeah, I've done that a few times. Go on, what are you gonna say about Jenny?
Yeah. Jenny almost has 5 libraries on her Kindle.
Yeah.
I've just learned that that's a numerical amount now.
Yeah,
We can measure how many libraries you have.
It's official, Richard.
Yeah. I like the fact that Dave says that's what they say, whoever they are. Love it. Uncle Jimmy's been spotted. Hello, Constance. Love it. This is I nearly mentioned Margaret because she comments. Margaret often when she's on here, she often has conversations with people. Yeah, Richard's talking on the thing.
I
love
cloned
that.
myself.
It's like he can't wait for us to get there. He's just like, no, that's it. I'm going to type this. They won't get there for ages. Wednesday's great series. Yay! I think it is. And I would have been very critical if they'd have ballsed it up because, you know, Adams. I talk a lot about the Adams family and about Charles Adams on my channel, and my daughter was like, I don't like what they've done, Dad, because the Adams family is a close family in the cartoons. There's, you know, they all love, you know, why they have to make Wednesday all emo, but I think it's fine because they produced a plot out of it, and teenagers are a bit like that. It kind of makes sense, so it's fine. But I know what she's saying because, you know, that's not really, they weren't all dark and gloomy about each other. It was like, you know, although saying that, because even when that really famous cartoon when Wednesday and Pugsley are that they've got a guillotine with their doll, she's not doing it to him, you know. Yeah. So anyway, where's Jim? John Chapman just put out a collection. Yes, that's right. Oh yeah, you just that was you. That was you're repeating yourself now, mate.
I am.
You're repeating yourself now, mate.
I got it.
If people do that, then they're lame as shit. That's probably about unsubscribing, isn't it? You don't want to interact with them, especially if you do it once in a blue moon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely. It shouldn't matter. This is very nice having these guys on because I don't think they visit us that often. Don't like to believe his name, Jim's book. Yes, it is. Oh, that's you again, wasn't it?
You can always skip when I'm on there.
No, it's fine. No, we need to respect the fact you've written on there, but you know, by all means, speak as well, mate. Yeah, just. Brian Lee Davy states all his books at the start of his. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's great. It would feel strange if he didn't do it. Yeah. He does it quick. So, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't he doesn't talk about what it is and what it's about. You know, he doesn't say. And he says like, you know, the greatest novel on the market or whatever. And it's cool. It's part of his shtick, and I like it. Yeah. Puppy play dates are so great. Taking over to our vet run. Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's what we did.
Yeah. When Chico was little and we take him to the park, he just wanted to shag every dog he saw. That's what I remember about Chico, bless him. It's been a year since we lost him now, but yeah, that was so funny. He'd be like, can you get off that dog? You know, and if there was a carrier bag or something in the park, maybe some kids were using it as a football goalpost, right? Which is, you know, some clothes they had as a goalpost. He'd run over to it and whee on it. He'd be like, oh my God. And it was so embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? And if he's running towards it, you go, oh, he's got to whee on it. We'd kind of pull him back. And he's like, sorry, mate, I'm just going to whee on this and I'll be over. You know, he was a nightmare. Still sad I can't get book 3 of 5 Warrior Angels on Kindle. No idea it's not available. That's a bit weird, isn't it? During COVID, the police wouldn't let me sit or lie on the beach. I could walk, I could swim, but sitting down was like out of order. Wow. Yeah. Get up, walk. It's like the long walk. Here's something I noticed with the first intake, the third year university after COVID. Their social skills were scarce. Yeah. That has massively affected young people in a big way. Oh, for sure. We may be at the end of it now, but we had a good few years where depression and anxiety was huge. In a bit, I mean, it's probably like because it's also, I think, social media related and internet related. Yeah. But yeah, COVID was a massive dent on that. It's really bad. Yeah. He's saying cheers. This is a great episode, guys.
That's all Richard, Chris, because we suck as usual.
I was going to say there's a lot of articles and books out there now about the anxious society or the anxious generation. Yeah. And COVID definitely played a part in it, but it's a bigger picture than that. Yeah.
I get more of a proportion, just like statistically, of anxious students because it's music and they kind of like, you know, delve into that. They go kind of that comfort thing as in school. I get more of that. So loads of my students go to wellbeing every 5 minutes and like, you know, which is kind of ironic in a way because I'm like 2 months later, I'm putting them on stage in front of 200 people, you know, but you know, I'll get more and more of that. So every year it increases. Like, you know, I had 1 year year before last, where literally half the class were like chronically anxious, and it was so difficult. I got them all to pass, but oh my God, it was hard work, you know. because they just wouldn't turn up to lessons, or they'd start playing the guitar and start crying and like walk out and they'd have panic attacks. It was quite full on. So it can be really difficult. Sephiroth is here.
Hey,
Hi, Sephiroth. Nice
hi there,
one.
Sephiroth.
We're getting
I
some
never
of
know
these.
who I'm talking to with Sephiroth sometimes. Todgerson, that's it. Willie Todgerson or Sephiroth?
Yeah. I've often forgot which books are on there. Yeah, it's a great surplus sometimes. Yeah.
That's
Those
a
are
great
the times
surprise.
when-
You got some of them, have no idea what they're
I love
You
that.
should have a spinning wheel for the next book you read.
Yeah, that's dangerous though, isn't it? You might go, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood for that. What am I
I
doing?
don't do that. I don't do that gimmick because I don't. Yeah, I read what I want to read at that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. It's hard enough when
Yeah.
you do a book event and you're like, was that a good time to do that?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
How was the shower, Sephiroth? The pit, your pit's clean. Interesting. I've got a bail. Okay. I mean, to be fair, it's quite late, so that's fair enough. Thanks, Jim. That's
See,
so
Jim.
cool that you're here. Richard says, "Cheers."
Well,
I love
Richard's
it.
been
It's
active
funny.
in the chat tonight.
I know. Yeah, we're
Glad he-
far
glad
too
he
boring
came.
for him. It's like, God, I keep going on. I'm just going to chat to my mates on here. Sephiroth has been cleansed. Bye. Yes, there's lots of people saying goodbye and stuff. I'm gonna go through a little bit. You got. I love the Blackest Heart, but you should just end the series there. And Wiki Book 3 of 5.1. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, so he's not worried about
Oh.
Book 3. I'm a completionist. Can't DNF. Oh, well, you say can't DNF, but they're just like so many of them.
Yeah.
That are you really DNFing? If you never get to it,
As long as you never commit to the DNF, you're still working on it.
yeah,
Before
still
I
working
watched
on it.
BookTube, I had no clue what DNF stood for. Or
Oh,
TBR, I could kind of guess, but DNF
Yeah.
is like, what?
I
What are
think
they
it's
talking
BookTube
about?
language. I don't
What are
think
they
anyone
doing
says
to
it.
this book?
Yeah, no one says it outside. If I was chatting away in work and said, "Oh, I DNF," I go, "What? What are you on about?"
Yeah,
There's definitely a BookTube thing.
that's
but
an
it's cool.
insider.
Yeah. I like
Phrase.
that there's a shortcut with people. I mean, I really like. I don't know how people feel about this, and I don't know if he's appeared in the thing or if he's going to watch it later. But Sci-Fi Finds. God, what's his name again?
Jack.
Jack. I love his channel, and he's been on here as well when he first started, and I really like his channel. But he did a video where he was quite angrily saying, "It makes me feel sick when I think about the word BookTube." And I thought that's just a really weird thing to say. It's like BookTube's a good thing, and like we're like chatting away about books. It's nice. So that's really odd because he's a very good BookTuber.
When I first
know.
came on YouTube, I was going, how do I join BookTube? That's kind of what I'm doing. Like, is that a subsection? Is there a place
I like
to check a
Is that-
box that I'm doing BookTube?
Application form.
For those who are watching, it's just a made-up category that we are just
Yeah.
saying we're part of.
Yeah. It's just we were talking about books.
Yeah.
Zephyros, hi Deb. Zephyros is having a birthday. Oh,
Today?
Oh.
Is
Oh,
it
not
your-
anymore.
not anymore.
I guess it's click to the
it's-
next day, right?
Late enough. Well,
Yeah.
happy birthday
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Zephyros is British, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's gone over.
I think he
Uh,
might be Scottish.
Right. That's cool.
Oh boy, I've made some people mad though when I mix up Irish and Scottish. I know Irish is the island off to
Like,
the west
they're
and
quite
Scotland's
different
above
countries.
UK
Careful,
or
Jenny's
the
here.
Britain, but
I mean, they're both Celtic, so I suppose there's some link, but yeah, they are quite different countries. But it's funny the way that because that's something that I've discovered that you guys, I think Canadians and American people say British more than they say English, don't they? You say British all the time.
I try and say UK as much as I can, but the next phrase would be British, yeah. Because UK can encapsulate all
Yeah.
you guys.
Is it because in case you say English and someone goes, "What are you on about?" I'm Scottish,
Yeah.
maybe something like that. It's all one country, really. Did I say that? No, it's not. It's not one country. It's one region.
The chat blows up all of a sudden.
yeah, I've upset someone. Jenny's like, "What are you on about?" I absolutely. This is gonna get this. This is another tangent. but I absolutely sympathise with Scottish people who want to devolute into their own separate thing because they keep voting for a different government. You know, like every single general election, they vote against the Tories, and they always get Tories. So I do get it. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're it's not really fair, I don't think. But there might be some Scottish person going, no, I want to stay in the UK. You know, like, I don't know. It's just an opinion. Yeah.
I don't know if you hit. Did you miss Heidi's thing?
Let's have a look. There are two bright spots. The female characters are the best characters in Lonesome Crown. That's Brian Lee Durfee's, right?
Word for it, but it's very negative.
Oh, one part that's so I don't have a word for it, but very negative. Okay, shockingly inappropriate. Don't know if that bumps it up or down on my TBR. Well, actually, that's a good point. That I don't know if that's an equivalent to the to when Jim from Mystery Mayhem said that the second book of The Edge had a bit in it that really, really offended him, the treatment of a woman. Well, several bits he said, but there was one particular part he just thought was just disgusting. And I thought, now I'm curious because I was going to read it, and then I thought, oh, do I want to read it? And now I thought, well, actually, I'm kind of curious.
You're right. Makes you want to read it.
Yeah,
I had the privilege of spending a day with Jim just a couple of weeks ago in Toronto. It was awesome with Andrea of Infinite Text as well, giving us a tour around some libraries and bookstores. And so Jim's an amazing guy.
It
was a lot of fun.
We'll have to get to that in a second, actually, because I'd like to talk about what we've been reading and all that sort of stuff. But let's get through the comments and then tell us about Pulp Fest.
Can we just pause though for 1 second? Was that at the conference that you were talking about?
After the conference was in Pittsburgh and he wasn't there. After the conference, though, I went to Toronto to visit. I have a nephew in Toronto, but also to visit Andrea and Jim and Matt Defoe of Science Fiction Reads. Andrea had sort of created a tour for me, and I asked her if it was okay and invited Jim and Matt to join us as well. So the four of us went around Toronto looking at her library, which is the Robertson Davies Library in the University of Toronto, and going to visit old bookstores, going to the Judith Merrill collection in the Toronto Public Library of science fiction stuff, 80,000 items in there. And the librarians there just treated us to a smorgasbord of rare stuff, including the 1926 April edition of Amazing Stories, the first full science fiction magazine that celebrated 100 years this year. And it was unbelievable, the copy, in terms of how good the condition of it was. So, So yeah, I had a Pittsburgh experience and then a Toronto experience and lots of bookstores in between.
Okay, because I'm just going to throw this out there. At the end of September, I will be in Toronto. So for any Canadians that want to meet up for that are nearby, that want to meet up for a beer, let me know. And for anybody that has recommendations like this, or used bookstores or whatever, let me know. I've been there before, but it's been a while. So
fantastic.
End of September, everyone.
Well, I'm going to just mention that in June of next year, I will have crossed the pond, and before I go on a cruise leaving from Dover, I'll be in England for a week or two.
Oh,
what? Next
I have some plans already with some people to try and connect, but maybe Gareth, we can have a beer together too.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
June. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Yeah. I was trying to meet up with Margaret. She's coming over. She's coming to Cornwall, which is miles away. But also, the days that she wanted to meet up was like a Monday and a Thursday, and like I'm at work, so it's quite difficult. But yeah, if we can, that'd be so brilliant.
And we'll talk, email talking off air, whatever about that. But I'm looking forward to. I'm really enjoying meeting YouTube people in real life.
It's quite special, isn't it? It's quite special.
Very special.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know Dave, but I was in Connecticut coast there last year or 2 years ago, and it would have been fun. I think we stopped at Portland. Actually, it was below Connecticut. Connecticut's above Maine, right?
Below
Maine? Okay.
Yeah. You were in Portland, Maine?
Portland, Maine. Then we stopped at Boston.
Oh, okay.
That's as far as we went. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Boston's a few hours from me, but
Okay.
yeah, Maine's. I mean, depends where in Maine, but Maine's kind of far. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if you're ever, let me know if you're ever.
I
down
will.
the area.
I've got into it's booktube tourism.
Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
went to Boston, did
Yeah.
you hit the Brattle?
Oh, I had been at Boston a couple times. So that time I couldn't because I was basically going to the airport, but I've been at the Brattle.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much of it is outdoors and that whole
Yeah.
lot beside the store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the photos. Yeah, I'm hoping to see Greg at some point as well because he's coming over. So again, it's all about timing, in it. But yeah, it'd be nice to meet Greg. We've got I had another email from Katie yesterday, and I haven't read it yet. But that's trying to set up. We're going to meet up in Oxford, the UK booktubers. So that's the next one, I think, next month. So yeah, no, meeting booktubers is just really, really cool.
Yeah.
Really
I've seen your meetups and I go, oh, this is awesome. And
yeah,
so we're
it's
sort of
really good.
starting to do that here in North America too, a little bit more.
Yeah, it's just more. It's just it makes everyone three-dimensional, doesn't it? Because this is real, but it's just adds that extra, because you end up just talking about random stuff, don't you? If you're with someone, you walk in from shop to shop, and
Yeah.
it's very different. Yeah,
It's it's a lot of fun. And I mean, plus my wife was with me, so we get to meet some of the significant people in other people's lives too, depending who's there.
yeah, absolutely. That's really good. Yeah, because Dave met my wife, which was awesome, and she's when met Joe as well, and she says when I'm like, oh, I'm just going to send a message to Dave and Joe, she always goes, oh, say hi to the boys from me, and it's just really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it becomes more on a personal level because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I bought them a big bag of biscuits from the UK, didn't I?
Big bag of biscuits. It lasted a long time.
Yeah.
When these guys told me I was coming on here, Gareth emailed me this afternoon. He says, I asked, are there some questions I have to expect or whatever? And he said, no, just basically we're going to come on and talk, but don't forget to bring some biscuits. And I'm like, but I listened to him. I mean, I got some. Oh, I'm dumping them on the floor.
Don't lose it.
Nope, they're still good.
Yeah. So I'm going to speed through it. That's the next thing, right? We'll talk about the reading in a minute. We'll get to the biscuits because obviously, what sometimes happens is everyone jumps in on the biscuits, and then the viewing numbers go down again after we've talked about biscuits.
Oh, sorry. There's no biscuits here.
I don't remember reading this one, so let's look at that again. I learned how to DNF only in the early 2000s before BookTube. I was so thrilled. I had read so many bad books.
To have the freedom to actually say,
said
I'm
that.
not reading that.
Wait,
Yeah.
It was
what
tough for me
is-
to get to that point.
What is the book that taught you how?
Yeah.
Good question.
Tell us
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi said, tell us the book. The last picked. I don't mind being mistaken for Irish. At least it isn't English. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Not only is there BookTube, Richard, you are classic sci-fi BookTube,
I've been called Mr. Vintage as well.
which you clearly love. Yeah, thanks, mate. Last independence referendum, we got lied to and scaremongered at, so we didn't vote for independence. Oh, okay.
Scottish,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, you're saying we, so yeah, I think you're right. You said you thought you were Scottish.
And I see he's given me an invitation to drive up to Scotland as well.
Yeah.
I'll have to think
Sure,
about how
it's
this
a
is
good
going to
set.
work.
Yeah. Grimdark is supposed to have that stuff in it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do it privately, but I'm intrigued. Just a couple of hours from Toronto.
Yeah, Lane. Beers.
There you go.
I'll
Talk to
text you my
Jim as well.
dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, you're gonna meet Jim as well. Drive up to Scotland for an afternoon. Yeah, that's so. Oh, it's just so good, isn't it? It's so exciting.
You know what? Inverness, that's part of Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Our cruise ship stops there after it goes to the Shetland Islands. So I don't know how close to Sephiros is to Inverness.
You're going to the Shetland Islands.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go to Norway to fjords, and we're going to be above the Arctic Circle for the summer solstice. So the sun won't set on our ship.
Oh my God, you're
for
gonna
a
have
few
some
days.
beautiful views. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Norway's on my radar now. I was supposed to go to Denmark this year, but I'm gonna go next year. It'd be nice to go to Norway at some point. Are you going to see the Blue Jays? I heard it's fun to stay at the Stadium Hotel Marriott.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to check that out. Thanks for the advice.
Oh, here we go. Wraith by Lee Tulloch.
Huh.
Hated it. Chewing off my own toenails would have been more enjoyable.
She must be pretty flexible.
Wow.
I love that's a great review. Chewing off my own toenails would have been more enjoyable. Then last comment, 3.5 hour drive from Inverness. Awesome.
Probably won't work out, but someday.
It's
We'll see.
nice to have that in our, in our intentions, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you might when you start to feel, get a feel for where people are. If you come in that neighborhood, then you start to say, "Hey, I'm coming this way. Is there a chance that we can meet?"
Yeah. I'll go in one more because it's still about the same thing. I love Shetland. Find the island larder and get some puffin poo.
I've heard about
And
the
some
chips,
Shetland
but I don't
pony
think I
poo.
heard about the poo.
Bloody good poo by the sound of it.
Okay, I'll tell my wife that's what we got to watch for.
Wow.
This is this is a bit random, but one of the things I'm looking out for now. So we've got Ralph, an old dog, and I've got this young kitten, and she uses a litter tray. And I've got to watch now because he started to eat her poo.
Yeah.
Dogs are amazing. So, you get these adverts go, like dogs should be eating like humans. This is great. Cordon bleu food. I'm watching these adverts going, I'm sorry, mate, but my dog eats poo. So I don't think it's relevant.
Probably getting each other's gut bacteria, which is a good thing.
It's a great thing. I mean, he's really enjoying it. I'm tempted. Right, biscuits. So let's have our guest talk about
What
his
you got,
biscuits.
Richard?
I've
Big
got
reveal.
a butter cookie with dark chocolate coated on top.
Oh, yeah. That's
is
a good
awesome.
kind of biscuit.
There you
Yeah.
go.
He's got them on a plate, Dave. He's like
Yeah.
he's like
He's very
sophisticated.
sophisticated.
Well, until it fell on the floor.
Very sophisticated.
Yeah, one of them's got loads of hairs on it. But again, adds that spice.
Richard, you do know you need to eat that on the show.
It's been sitting here. I've been waiting.
Okay.
I'll wait till one of you goes off on a long rant again, and then I'll be eating them.
Yeah. Tell us. Well, no, Dave. Yeah, Dave's about to say that we like to have the experience. Of
Oh.
We
Oh,
like
I
to
see what you're saying.
vicariously enjoy the cookie through.
I'm going to hold the plate
Okay.
underneath. Here we
There you
go.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
crunch. That is a
looks
crunch.
well good.
Yeah.
That looks well
I
good.
feel like I have to open my mouth here.
Can you believe we managed to get Adrian Tchaikovsky to do this, Richard?
I know. Adrian Kokoski brought 3 kinds of biscuits. Yeah.
That is lovely. That's I want one of them. That is good.
That looks good. Is that delicious?
It is, but I'm just laughing, thinking, I never thought at the beginning of today that I'd be doing mouth ASMR of eating a biscuit.
That was very
I think
ASMR-y.
you've brought me to a new low or high. I'm not sure which.
By the way, talk about the ASMR made me think of this. So I don't think anyone will ever surpass my affinity for Jim, Jim from Mystery Mayhem. I don't think everyone will surpass my affinity for his voice because he's just such sexiness in his voice. You know what I mean? I have a hard time imagining.
Oh, you got to meet him
somebody will surpass
live.
that.
Oh,
But
it's got an even deeper resonance.
putting that aside, you have a very, very seductive radio voice, I have to say.
Oh yeah. No, you go now. Now Richard's voice is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got one of the best voices on BookTube, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody's had this experience. When you hear your own voice when you're making these to start with, you're just like, I can't believe I sound like that. That's awful. But you just have to bear through it.
No,
and then, yeah.
No, you sound.
Yeah.
Well, it was one of your videos that I was watching. I don't know. You were kind of just. It was probably the. I don't know if it was the Ace Doubles or the Masterworks one, but you were. You were just going through it like methodically for a while, and it made me, when I was watching it, made me think of, you're old enough to remember probably Casey Kasem. Do you remember
Oh,
Casey
yes.
Kasem?
Yep.
It totally reminded me of Casey Kasem. You had
Shaggy.
that kind of just that soothing, engaging radio voice, And I was,
Yeah. And number one from the road.
yeah.
Yeah. You can do, yeah.
Yeah.
You should do like top 20s or whatever, top 10, top 20s in
Yeah.
that way, in that kind of way. But well, yeah, I think you might have done that actually. Did you do that on one of
I've-
your video?
I've sometimes just thrown in what I try to do as an old time announcer voice from some of the old videos that I talk about newsreels and those sort of things.
Oh, talking
every
about
once
the
in a while, I'll
doubles.
throw in something weird that I try to do, embarrass myself.
So, Richard, you like this? Recently, I found some doubles. So they're not very easy to find over here, but I found these ace doubles recently. So, Mankind on the Run.
Mm-hmm.
And
The cover art on those are just unbeatable.
I know, that's so cool. Yeah, so that one.
They don't often match the story, but they're really cool.
I know, that's the danger of this, isn't it? Really, really shit books. But special delivery, like, how cool is that cover?
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it. And then this one, this is what was facing me on the shelf.
Yeah.
Illusion
What a
World.
great cover. How cool is that? And that's is that Golden Dixon? Yeah, Golden Dixon.
Yeah. Two by Dixon, yeah.
Yeah, and then I found Enemy Mine, and I saw that on the shelf. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was like, but that's not a whole book. That's like a short story. So why the hell is it on a book? But then I was like, it's 2 books. So okay, So that was really cool. That's like a.
I've been trying to collect those ones, those Tor doubles now, and I have a friend who's going to try and send me the last 3 that I'm missing. But I'm hoping to get together with Chris of Liminal Spaces to just sort of make a series where we go through the 2 stories. He'll do one on his channel. I'll do one on my channel. Last time we did it, we had upside down. One of us was upside down to match the book in terms of what that looked like.
I love that.
But the cool thing about the Tor ones is there's so many award winners, and they often pair an older, say, 1950s one with a newer, for that time period, 1980s one. And so the quality level of the stories is way better than the ace doubles. Those are more... That was basically a pulp magazine in book form, those ace doubles.
Yeah. Just for, because some people asked to see Cherry. There's Cherry. You all right? She just appeared.
So we're all showing off our doubles now, right?
Okay. Well, yeah, because you are distracting us from your biscuits. Is that because you haven't brought any biscuits?
I have this one.
he's not going to
World of Maturity.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And I only have a few.
Yeah, you better have brought biscuits, mate.
The last one Richard's going to like. Ship from Atlantis. Stolen Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I like the oars on that spaceship, whatever it is.
Yeah, you like that. Rendezvous of a Lost World.
Oh, nice.
And the Door Through Space.
Yeah, that's cool.
Adam Curtin.
That's not a great cover. Who's that boy? That's
Alien from Arcturus. Which one?
The
previous one, I think.
Yeah, Atom Curtin.
That is Nick Bodie Williams.
Don't know him. Cool.
There's a lot of pseudonyms used in those books too.
Yes, true. Yeah.
There's one that's Ivor Jorgensen, and it was primarily Robert Silverberg, but other people used it too. It was kind of like Alan Smithy is for films that you don't want to put your name onto.
Yeah.
They use that too in science fiction.
Little Andre Norton there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the eyes on the robot.
Yeah. The man possessed.
The last one, which Richard's going to like.
Okay. I know exactly what that is. Do you know what that is, Gareth?
The long year. Oh, the 1,000-year plan. I don't think so. Go on.
If you go closer, you'll see right underneath the title what it is. There we go.
Oh,
it's retitled Foundation by Isaac Asimov.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Harry Seldon's 1,000-year plan. That was like the basis of the. And then on this side is
Paul Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Paul Anderson. I've got a few of his books, and every one I've read 3 so far, and I really like them. So yeah, that's so cool. I love because what's really cool is they've always got great cover artwork.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
There's like something kind of they're always like sensationalists with the the people are going like or whatever, and it's because of the nature of that vintage of science fiction that it was part of the whole pulp thing, wasn't it? So I just think they're good to look at from that perspective. But you're right, they're not always great stories. So
I think the timing's right. We've had ace doubles, we've had tour doubles. There was something in the 70s called the Belmont doubles, but they didn't flip. They didn't do it back to back that way. It was just
right,
2 stories in one book. But I think
Yeah.
it's time for a publisher again to consider, hey, maybe the time is right to do a little bit of a series here again.
Well, I think because I was moaning about AI on Greg and Alan's live stream like this week, and Greg was going, yeah, but illustrators aren't losing work because people aren't booking illustrators for book covers. But I think that could change. Do you know what I mean? I think these things come in waves, and I think there'll be a need, like a want, a desire for good artwork on covers again, and trying to encourage that not to happen, I think is a bit backwards. So I think if loads of people are like, yeah, we like the old covers, then publishers will like, and actually, like the hard case crime covers are fantastic, and that's new. Yeah, that's quite a new imprint, so you can get these people sometimes who like, actually, I'm going to make an effort to make good covers,
Well, I've done a couple of interviews with a cover artist for the Best of SF Masterworks. His name is Otten Purser. He's a scientist, and I interviewed him on a boat, first one in Antarctica, because his main job is to do these $1 million cameras that they send down to the ocean floor for part of their research down there. And then just a month ago, I interviewed him in the Arctic, just above Greenland, where they were measuring ocean currents coming from the Arctic Circle. And
that's so cool.
He was actually the lead scientist on the mission, and he took his laptop around the ship showing me everything that was there. And so I interviewed the same artist in the Antarctic and in the Arctic, so pole to pole of the Earth. It was just fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that he does that minimalist art for the SF Masterworks. It's the same artist for all the Best of SF Masterworks, excuse me. Yeah.
Right. That's so cool. I need to look for that. That's brilliant. Dave, you clearly haven't got any biscuits.
No, I got.
What you got?
These are.
Oh, someone's interested.
There.
I mean, hopefully, yeah. You had your biscuits already. Remember, you had them early. You had yours early. I'll give you some more, but not these. These are. I hope these qualify as biscuits. These are milk chocolate covered honeycomb candy.
Oh, nice. I like honeycomb.
Biscuits, right?
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Honeycomb sticks to your teeth a bit, doesn't it? But I love it.
We'll find out.
There's a honeycomb chocolate bar over here called Crunchy, and I really like Crunchy.
We have that in Canada too. It's very good.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that. All right.
Should have put it in your box. Nice.
This is great video.
That's what the inside looks like.
It's exactly like a Crunchy, isn't it?
Yeah. You're basically eating a Crunchy. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you the full experience, Richard.
I'm appreciating it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
In Canada, we have the benefit of having a little bit of Britain and a little bit of United States. A little bit of Britain and a lot of United States when it comes to books and candies and all sorts of things. And then, of course, we have our own Canadian items or flavor of things as well.
Well, importantly, you've got a National Health Service, which is really good.
I'm very grateful.
If we're going to get something that we share, that's quite an important one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we share the Queen or the King, excuse me.
Well, that's true. Yeah. We won't talk about that, but yeah, that's cool. I quite like him, to be fair, but I don't agree with having one. But I do like him as a person. I think he's quite sound in a lot of ways.
I like that we celebrate our history together in that way. I mean, but we're working through lots of relationships with our Indigenous people. That's really an important piece for Canada at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Olive's so excited. Are you going to give some of that to Olive, or you got separate ones?
I can't give her the chocolate. She's having
Yeah.
Beef
It's
recipe
got
tonight.
beef. See, yeah, me and Dave are always saying one day we need to eat some beef flavored biscuits
Yeah.
from the dog variety. We
You don't need to invite me for that one.
yeah, we'll get Jenny on or Cat or something. Cat will do it.
What
But
do you got?
right, I have got like, so this is like a moment because these are my all-time favorite biscuits. So Ali went to France and she brought back some like apricot tarts and something else that there's some biscuits she had from France, and I thought, great, I'll save them for the show, and I was going to eat those. And then as some of you know, it's been a bit of a rough week for me, and it was really lovely that my wife's two best friends happened to be in this stately home visiting it just like for a day out, and they saw in the gift shop there these biscuits, and they said, aren't they Gareth's favorite biscuits? And they were like, yeah, I think they are, let's get them for him. So they bought these for me as a little present, as a cheery up thing, and I just love these so much. So these are called Flips, and they're from Farmhouse Biscuits.
Ah.
And it's this any biscuit from this company, I just love them so much. And Flips are my favorite ones. So they're like oat biscuits, but they're just like the perfect recipe. So they're going to be very crumbly. They're going to go all over the floor, but they are absolutely bloody amazing. So that's what they look like.
They look like McDonald's hash brown or something.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't
They look
enjoy
like
that.
a crunchy version of that.
They're a little bit. They're quite
After
a
a
lot
few
sweeter
years.
than that. If you imagine loads of sugar and butter on that, then maybe that would be closer. So yeah, these are amazing, but they're not very easy to spot. You can get them online, but as far as just seeing them out in the wild, there's not a lot of places that sell them. So can you hear that?
A little bit.
I get closer to the mic.
There's loads of bits of biscuit on the mic now.
I don't think I ever get as far in your videos on these talks to see it.
Oh, so it's like literally heaven.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oat Flips, they called. Yeah. Mm. The only trouble is it's not sealable, so I've got to eat them quick because they go off.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my excuse.
Because there's not enough butter in there, right? That it just will go off, I guess.
Mm.
Could you put them in the fridge to have them keep longer? You probably just wouldn't do it. That's all.
If I found a tub or something, that would make sense.
Who are we kidding? You're going to eat those all tonight.
Yeah, I might do. It's been that kind of week. Yeah, I might do.
Yeah. Jenny says forced to eat them all.
Yeah.
We
Let's
have
go and
clean up
catch
on
with
aisle 1 from Elaine.
It looks like we lost a couple of people.
Yeah.
Stefan's had to go.
Yeah.
Jenny noticed that Cherry appeared. She's just there. She's not reacting to the biscuits. She loves just being around. It's really nice. So that's why I thought she'd appear. Yeah. How is Jim from Mystery and Mayhem eating a biscuit? He's done it on the show, so you have to find his episode. He's been on a few times actually. Yeah, Richard's now competing for best voice. This is a bit of tourist. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, vote for me in the podcast awards and vote often.
A bit of tourist information. Aberdeen's boring now, so for us, Dundee is doing better, which is embarrassing. Yeah, so this was several signing off. Elaine, Cherry Moon, yes, she was for a moment. She's just there, but she's clearly impersonating Ralph, not being on camera. She's constantly rationing her cookies. Don't be too hard on yourself, though. Remember that. You've got to live your life. Cat's appeared.
Hi,
Cat.
Cat.
I just mentioned
Hello.
you earlier. Lots of people saying hi. Has it all been chaos? It's not been too bad. It's been a bit random. So Jenny says, I miss artistic book covers. Most of these days are boring. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that'll come around. I think it will change.
Did you know that there's a reason that they're boring?
Mm.
I mean, I'm very serious that there is.
Yeah.
It's
Ben
because-
from Grammaticus
Yes.
Books talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're sold online, so they have to be thumbnails. So you can't have intricate artwork in a thumbnail. It just muddies out. So they want to just have it very minimalist with the title really predominant.
Oh.
And the other thing is they're just too cheap. I mean, be honest about that part too. Save some money.
Yeah. Yeah. Jenny's saying they look like crunchies. Crunchies are awesome, said Elaine. Olive looks like you just stole her treat.
Looks like you just treating you.
Kat says my dogs have better treats. They get jerky. No.
She gets jerky sometimes. But
That's something that both humans and dogs can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Constance. Yeah, thank you. It's been a moment.
So one time my
Feed
daughter
the mic.
decided for a little while that here you go. Olive's sister realized there was treats in here, so now she came in here, right here. My daughter decided she was in college. She decided she was going to be a vegetarian so she went through this little vegetarian phase. And then, so my wife bought these dog treats, these jerkies. And she said to herself, I got to remember to tell Dave not to eat these, right? Be careful because Dave could accidentally eat these. These are like dog treats, right? And she's like, I never thought that I would need to tell. So my daughter, because she's a vegetarian, but she comes home from school, and I guess because different environment, she kind of forgot, like she's in the new house, different house, and all this food is here, and it's not, it's not like going to her school cafeteria. Sure enough, who do you think ate the dog beef jerky when I saw it on the counter?
Love it.
Like, I never thought I'd need to tell the vegetarian not to accidentally eat the dog beef jerky.
Yeah. Unless she assumed it wasn't real beef, I suppose. Deb said to keep looking for Ben's video. It was about 6 months ago, maybe.
Could be even a year already.
Do you reckon? Yeah, time does go by quickly. Yeah. Yeah, because he hasn't been on for a few months. So probably, yeah.
He's back, by the way.
I know. It's so good to see him. Yeah, he's back. And David Wiley's back as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a video coming up. I don't think, it wasn't the last one I put up. I've got one coming up probably tomorrow where I talk about loads of things. I talk about Pulp Fest and how much I've been enjoying it. I'm going to end up tagging loads of people because I talk about seeing Ben on screen again, and I talk about David Wiley being on screen again. So I'll do a general thing, and it's quite a nice general video, but it was so good to see Ben come back because obviously he went off for the worst kind of reason. So I'm really glad that he feels like he's got the headspace to do it again. So that was horrible what happened. So yeah, that was really cool. Ben's channel is amazing, isn't it? He's a really nice guy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't remember what it's called though.
The video itself?
Yeah, because Deb's saying she's trying to find it. It's something like why.
I'll take a quick look here and see if I can find it.
Yeah, see if you can find it. Yeah, while I do the comments. That'd be cool. I want to hang, but I need to sneak in some sleep. Yeah, it is late for Scottish people.
Right,
thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much for popping in. Deb said it was nice seeing him do a vid with his son. Yeah, they were. Yeah, absolutely. That was great. Yeah, they kind of shared a video at one point. That was a little while ago. Yeah. Do you watch Ben's channel, Dave?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's really good. Right, so we've done the biscuits. I think it'd be nice to talk about what we've been reading, and then we'll do the questions.
I have that. I have that title if you want it.
Oh,
it's
brilliant!
Modern book covers. Why they kind of su ...
Suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So did you hear that, Debs? Hopefully you did. Modern book covers. Why they suck.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Awesome.
Oh, here I'll tell you how long ago it was. Let's see here. 1 year ago, it says.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Like, I don't even know when my ones appear because I'll schedule them really randomly, and sometimes I move them forward, I go, I'm not ready to put that up yet, and I just get confused. Um, 2026 been nightmare. So many people, things start improving. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get a better academic year. Last year's work was crazy, so we'll see. Next couple of weeks is when all the students enroll, so we'll see.
I
Can
tell
I?
I've
Hey?
retired for about 5 years now, but I still get those anxiety teaching dreams. Like I'm in the wrong classroom. Where are my kids? Where should I be?
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
running havoc around the school?
Yeah, my teaching training year. So we have what we call over here a PGCE, which is a postgraduate certificate of education, right? So you do a degree, and then you do a PGCE, which is your teacher training, which if you get that, you're qualified to be a teacher, right? And in that year, which is the worst year of your life, by the way, if you do it, when I did that, I'll never forget this lesson that was an observed lesson. It was one of my lessons where someone would come in and kind of mark my teaching, and it was like this is not going to make a lot of sense. So it's a year 8 lesson. So what would that be? I don't know what it would be in your terms, but they were about they would have been 12 years old, right? And I'd set up this lesson, and I'd made these big booklets for them to go through. This was a history lesson, and I'd done this lesson on what was it? I did it on Russia, I think, something like that. And I set it all out, and I wrote the learning objectives on the board. I was all ready to go. I was like, this is going to be cool. I know what I'm doing. And then I looked outside to let the kids come in. Completely different class. And I'm like, oh my God.
And this was a class you had to teach that you weren't prepared for.
Yep, seconds later. So I mean, I look at it. It's like, well, they were doing like slavery. That class was doing slavery, and I was like, oh my God. And I looked at them, and then realized what was going on. Closed the door, rubbed off the learning objectives, started picking up all the other things. The woman that was supposed to be observing me walks in, goes, "Hello, Gareth." I go, "All right, yeah, take a seat." Thinking, "Oh my God!" And I quickly replaced the learning objectives, but I had no material, no resources to use, and I brought them and I let them all in, and it ended up being the best lesson I've ever taught because I was thinking on the fly. But
this is what it means to be a teacher, right there.
Yeah. And it taught me a lesson about. I'm better without planning. So
I won't say that about myself.
Yeah, I can imagine you're quite.
I like to plan, but then go and improv after that. But I want that background planning in place if I can.
Oh my God, my adrenaline was going mad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like every couple of minutes of that lesson, I had to think of something new. And at the end she was like, "Oh, that was good." I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ." I'm so glad it was. So yeah, Dope says he's got it. Thank you so much. Brilliant, awesome. Yeah, so I'll talk a bit about books, and you guys talk about what you've been reading. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've treated myself a little bit this week. So I've got this trilogy of pulp stuff, talking about Pulp Fest. So I've seen these books on people's channels loads. And I've got the villains, the crime fighters, and the dames. Yeah, okay. I was looking for Harlan Ellison stuff, and this one's got an introduction by Harlan Ellison. So
doesn't it frustrate you though when there are different formats?
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, the other two are kind of the same size. One's paperback, one's hardback, but the same. This is smaller. When I got it today, I was like, oh, thanks. But yeah, it's a very cool cover, isn't it? So they're like classic pulp crime writers. And then like the dames, which is quite cool. Mm-hmm. And then this is the big hardback one, the crime fighters. Harlan Coben did the introduction on that one. Yeah. So that's quite cool. So I'm really more crime now, so that's quite cool. And sorry, Cherry, there's going to fall on her head. And then I treated myself to 2 Harlan Ellison books I didn't have. So I've been looking for years for a particular imprint of that, and I thought, I'll just get one that I don't. The other editions. I'll get this because the other one is just always so dear. I'm trying to get the Ace Harlan Ellison ones. This is an Ace one I didn't have, which is this one, No Doors, No Windows. Mm-hmm. I was so pleased to get this because I've seen it around, and I've got 7 different Ace ones now. There's something about it. I just like the look of it or something.
That's like the early 1980s. Those ones came out, right?
Yeah. And I've got quite a lot of I've got quite a lot of these ones actually, but these are my favourite. So that was really cool to kind of update my Harley Davidson thing, because as I said in that recent video, that probably takes to over 50 Harley Davidson books now, which is crazy. Oh no, it is 50. Is it 52? I think it's 52 in the video, so it'll be like 54. But I'm reading a Frederick Brown book called The Mind Thing at the minute, which I'm really enjoying. I think I'm looking forward to doing. I'm going to do a Frederick Brown video. So
he's awesome.
He's so good, and I don't know if it's there. No, it's not there. I read What Mad Universe with Gavin for the video we were going to do on it, and for his project, and I read Martians Go Home, which I loved, and then I read a bunch of his short stories as well. So I'm going to do all that. Once I've finished this, I'll do a video about everything I've read. He's so good. He's so. It's kind of like, you got, wow, that's so cool. That's one of my favorite covers.
Yeah.
And
it's from the Toronto Library where we visited the Merrill collection. That's what they have.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Oh, it's funny because, like, go on, Dave.
No, go ahead. I was just going to ask you what this one's about, but go ahead. Say what
I was going to say, you think about what would you put on your walls? Because at the moment we've got like family stuff and we've got print stuff, and there's a couple of Kate Bush things on the wall. But if I had book covers, like, which ones would you pick? But Martians Go Home, I would definitely pick that as a book cover to put on your wall. It's such an amazing cover. This is really cool. So this is you don't really know why it's happening yet. I'm only a little way in.
I don't know what I'd put on my wall.
Another favorite of mine. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna watch that together at some point, aren't we? Again. Yeah. But yeah, this is about an alien who is kind of occupying humans, and he can do it with animals as well, but he can get more out of occupying a human, and I've just discovered in the chapter I got to where he's a criminal, so he's kind of on the run, I think. But he can take over their bodies, but he can only take over them if they're asleep or dead. Only if they're asleep, and then he can only leave them if they're dead. So it's kind of interesting because he's in a young guy's. There's this young couple at the beginning, and he's in this young guy's body, and you know that he's going to die because he's going to go to another body, right? So it's kind of really interesting the way that's set up. So yeah, the Mind Thing, really, really cool. A very awesome cover as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a crazy look there.
Yeah. So that was really cool. So that's what I'm reading at the minute. And I have got this. I did start this as well. Stained Steel Rat, 2000 AD, omnibus thing.
Oh, it's a graphic novel.
Yeah. It's a comic realization of two of the novels, Stained Steel Rat Saves the World and Stained Steel Rat for President.
Cool.
And I'm reading this now, and then next year I'm going to do a special Stained Steel Rat project, which I've recorded the video for it, but I'm going to put the video out about November time. But I'm really excited about that because there's 12 different Stained Steel Rat novels or stories, so I'm going to do one a month. So yeah, but his Stained Steel Rat's a big part of my childhood and all that, blah blah blah. So that'd be cool. So yeah, what about you guys? What about you, Richard? What are you reading?
Well, on my adventures when I was in Toronto, something kind of wonderful happened in terms of in Winnipeg. I was at a book signing for Robert J. Sawyer, probably one of our biggest science fiction writers in Canada. Has won many awards, Hugo's, Nebulas, etc. And so I got him online, and I had a chat with him. After we were done, I was talking about going to Pulp Fest and then coming up to Toronto, and he says, "Hey, you're going to be coming right by where I live. Why don't you come over for supper?" So I did. And
wow.
I got his latest book, Sawyer on Science Fiction, which is a collection of his articles and all sorts of things. And it was 2 days before it actually was released. And so I've been actually just reading through all these articles.
That's fantastic.
And of course, it says to Richard, keep reading Robert J. Sawyer.
That's so cool.
So that was an amazing experience to have such an open person, just to invite a fan basically over to his place.
You were just chatting away to him, and he went, "Oh, come round," and
Yeah, he did. He volunteered. I mean, it was beyond my thought that I would ever, I was hoping perhaps that I might be able to persuade him to come to the Judith Merrill collection with us, but he was going to the 60th anniversary of Star Trek in Las Vegas. But he said,
Okay.
"Oh, but I'm going to, you guys can come over on your way up." So that's how that happened. So that was a lot of fun. So I've been
That is
reading
so
that,
cool.
and I've
Wow.
been
That-
reading
I
a
bet you were
lot.
like, what?
And, and in that book, I've been reading a little bit about A.E. Van Vogt, who is that science fiction author from the Golden Age, who's from where I am in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And I have a video that's going to be coming out, I think, on Monday about A.E. Van Vogt. And one of the things that Robert J. Sawyer says that he thought this was, and you were just talking about it, is perhaps his best book. And I haven't read it yet. So
That's very good.
that's lined up to go right after I finish up those articles by Sawyer. I'm hoping to get him back on the channel to talk about the this big book here too.
Yeah, you got a connection now. So
Wow.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, that's so cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
God, people are just nice, aren't they?
They are. It's an amazing community. I've had so many quality experiences and unexpected connections.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, what authors have you been around their house, Dave, recently?
what authors have I had around the house recently?
I did invite him to my place to see my library when he comes back to Winnipeg.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's big enough, so you could talk loads about. He'll probably pick those things and talk,
Yeah.
you learn a lot about his reading and that from it. Yeah, definitely.
But anyways,
Yeah.
Dave's house. Here we go. Sorry about that,
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really. It's hard to follow that.
You've had Stephen King round, did you say? Is that what you just said?
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, I read. I'm just finishing. So the last book I just finished is this one. I mentioned it last time. Is I read Verity.
Oh yeah.
Finally, which is normally I'm not gonna read a Colleen Hoover book, but I because the movie's coming out, and it looked and it looked creepy, and so my wife has read a few Colleen Hoover books, and she said, oh, I think you might like that one because it's pretty disturbing. So I don't know what that says, right? But so anyway, so I read this and I had heard about it for years, obviously, and I did like it. It was very dark, and I liked it, and
Okay.
so I enjoyed it enough that I asked my wife. I said, I mean, I really enjoyed this. So you think I should read any more Colleen Hoover books? And she's like, oh no, you won't like any of these. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So
You're
this
like,
was-
oh, new author. Oh, but what else you got? And she's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, this one's very different. Apparently, I haven't read the other ones, but apparently this is very different because it has this very disturbing piece to it.
Ah.
So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but this I'm just finishing this up now. Not that much left. This was such not vintage, little modern science fiction. I read Annie Bot.
Oh, I've heard
I'm
about
just
that.
finishing it up. This is I'm not done yet, but I can already tell you I need to go back and review my list from the year, but this is probably best book of the year.
Wow.
Okay.
This was a great surprise. This was amazing. This book is amazing, and
Cool.
you would never know. Do you know what it's about?
No. I'm
Yeah.
kind of assuming some stuff from the title, but no.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically about a sex bot.
Right.
But it's
Is it one of Olive's books then?
that's what you would think, right? But it's not. It's not. It is such a good book, and it is such an impactful. But it's done so well. It's not like.
Is it about how the sex bot is exploited and stuff like that, and how it
to
feels
some
about what it's doing?
extent? So it's certainly an exploration of what, because now we're starting to see the first incarnations of these bots, right, in the real world, and this is much more advanced, of course, but we're starting to see what that would be like for them. But it's also commentary on some other stuff, just sort of like, the sometimes subjugation of women and domestic partnerships and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
That's
it was
cool.
it was so much it is so much deeper than I expected it to be. you know, and just really, it was just really emotionally powerful book. You know, I was really stunned. You know, and it's done so well because the setting is where there's like three different types of bots. You know, at this point, there's like the nanny one for taking care of kids. There's like I forget what they call it, but like the household one that like does just household chores and stuff, just helps around the house. But you can modify them, right? And so that's what happens with this. She started as that, but he changed her into what they call a cuddle bunny, the
Right.
cuddle bunny version, which is basically, I don't ever use the word sex bot, but that's basically what it is. Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it's done so it's not done in a smutty way. It's just done so well, and most of it's third person, but it's mostly from her perspective, basically. You know, I mean, it's pretty much all from her perspective, and what that would be like, you know, for a bot that has some things that they start to develop some sort of autonomy, but there's still a lot of things that aren't within their control. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just based on their construction and their programming and stuff like that. So
Oh, it sounds like something I'd love, actually.
I think you would. I mean, I mean, I knew what it was about going in, but I was stunned at how well done it was. You know what I mean? It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
So it's got a bit of a feminist kind of tone to it as well, like the way we treat women a little bit.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's not. I mean, it's a female author, and it's not. I mean, I'm almost done, so I mean, maybe this will change by the time I get to the end. But as a male, I continue even to almost towards the end being pretty pissed off for Annie,
Mm.
you know, and like so it's not like unless it happens in the last few pages, there's not a lot of like female justice that happens. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's very frustrating. You feel for Annie a lot reading this book. I don't want to say too. I don't want to give it away. But,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
you know,
Margaret-
but
awesome.
Margaret wants
Yep.
the name of the author there, Dave.
Yeah.
it's
Hi, Margaret.
Sierra Greer. I think this is her first book.
That's a great way to come into
Yeah.
the
But it
publishing world.
absolutely does not. You don't come off this book thinking like, oh, that was. You don't think of it as a feminist book because it's not. Although it explores that sort of stuff, it doesn't. I don't know how to say it. It doesn't advocate for like a feminist philosophy. I guess.
Okay, I was thinking more of just if it's talking about the exploitation of the female robot. I thought it might be that.
Well,
kind of thing.
well, it is. Yeah, I mean, it is. A lot of it is that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And robots are used often for metaphors for slavery, for
Yeah.
subjugation of people, for the gender issues as well. And it just continues to be a rich field in that way. And I remember someone once telling me, in fact, I might have read it in this Robert Sawyer book, about thinking about Isaac Asimov's 3 laws. Instead of thinking of it as robots, think of it as slaves. When those 3 laws are there, and it kind of reforms how you think about robots a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk for longer, so I took a big bite.
Well, I could. I just thought that was part of the ASMR here that we had to wait for you to finish that. You've eaten a lot more biscuits than I have so far.
That's because they're amazing. Hello, Margaret.
Hey, Margaret.
Margaret. Yes, yes. Greetings, my liege.
I'm not sure what the liege part talking about.
It's probably your beautiful beard that makes you want to say that. Those are great Ellison books. They are great Ellison books, and I'm very pleased to have them and finally have The Other Glass Tea. I don't know if you know what The Other Glass Tea is, but he wrote a book called The Glass Tea, and this was a sequel, and they're both his rants about television. So he is a ranter.
He certainly is.
Yeah, so
That's when he's at his best, right?
Got a bit of spice. Yeah, yeah. Even his like is just his in general, his writing. You can hear his voice. He's such a unique writer because you can hear the snarkiness to it. There's that energy to it. It's just such a strange man. Great to meet you, Margaret. So that was you, Richard.
What a
Margaret, Margaret, he does what you do, Margaret. He just chats away. War Space, who has that? I vote for shelves. Yeah. That's talking about your Battlestar Galactica thing, isn't it? Deb says, I'm with Margaret. I do have a couple of covers framed. Yeah. I think it's a lovely thing to put up. But we've got...
You know what? Sometimes if a book's coming apart, I start to think, can I use this cover like a part of a poster or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like Octavia Butler. I just got 6 of her lesser-known books.
Oh,
nice.
She is somebody that I've only read 2 books by, but I really want to read her entire output.
So I've read Parable of the Sower, and Kindred.
I've read Kindred and Dawn.
Okay. Yeah. I've got a couple of others actually. I own a couple of others, but yeah she's brilliant. Kindred was amazing.
Yeah.
Parable of the Sower I thought was really, really good, but very bleak and quite densely written. So
I believe Kindred is on some of the school lists in terms of books for some of the grades there.
It's a very important book, I think.
Yeah.
So is Parable of the Sower, to be fair. She says, "Hey, Joe's here."
Hey, Joe.
Hello, Joe. We're assuming it's not Mary. It's probably Joe. Check out. Do you know Joe?
I do not.
Yeah, he's a lovely man, but also he's got very active channel. Because he usually does videos with his friend Mary, but he does some solo stuff now as well.
Okay.
He's mostly a fantasy reader. I hope they're good. This is talking about
I think they're also
Octavia Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Octavia Butler, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to recollect all the Stains to Rat books to read them again. Yay! Oh, Deb, I'd love to know what you think of them. And they're a lot of fun. They're not particularly deep, but yeah, they were my first. They're first things I got into really when I was a kid, and I read, there was 3 that I read to catch up that he wrote later, so I know as an adult I'm going to enjoy them as well because I enjoyed them a few years ago when I read the Stainless the Rat Goes to Hell, Stainless the Rat Joins the Circus, and Stainless the Rat Gets Drafted. I think those are the 3 I read relatively recently. All the others I read when I was younger. But yeah, they're good laugh. Which is why I use Celebrity. Which is why when I read that one, where is it? This one, I was so gutted that Harry House can be really funny, and this is supposed to be a parody, and it was not funny. And I don't understand why people called it a parody because it's just could be anything. Could be a normal crime book,
He just threw a book.
Dramatic moment in the live stream. Everyone's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Sawyer's never watched or read Misery. Yeah,
That's a very funny comment. Thank you, Margaret.
I love it. Love Slan. Yeah, Slan's really good.
Looking forward to it.
Had a crazy. Oh, there you go. Great. Oh, you had a crazy. You haven't got to the ending yet, have you? Well, no, you did have it. Yeah, you did get to the ending. It's
it did have. I don't know. Maybe I need to read more books like this because I don't read many. But this was it totally got me. I did not predict this, at all. So it was good. There actually is I read the original. That one I showed is the original version. She has since come out with there's a new edition that has a prologue, which I've heard many bad things about because apparently a lot of people don't like it because it changes it changes the perspective on the characters at the end of the original book.
How weird.
But I haven't read it yet. I just let's just say I will be reading it shortly. I'll leave it there.
Okay. Ooh. Mysterious. Don't read more Coho, Dave.
Colleen Hoover, is that what that means?
Oh yeah. Don't read more. Don't read.
So you've tried more, Margaret?
Yeah, we need to know more about that. Tell us more about your feelings on Coho. That's a one and only thriller. Or maybe that's part of it.
I think the rest is mostly romance stuff.
Yeah. Ticklet. Someone recommended Anibot to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about it. People are talking about it. Tried to read Verity, but it was like being thrown down the stairs.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, it's a great metaphor, even if, simile. But I don't know. Clearly, you didn't think it was like getting thrown down the stairs.
I mean, it starts off with the bang. Like the first sentence is this woman seeing a guy's head get crushed by a truck in front of her, and the blood splattering all over her face.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's right off the bat. It's
Cool.
Yeah.
Cuddle bunny. It's just Joe laughing. He started with
I misspoke when I said we started.
yeah. Tell me he gets dumped by his cuddle bunny bot. Sierra Greer.
Oh, that was the author. Yeah.
That'd be a great ending. Oh yes, there is.
Yeah.
There
Yes,
there
my
are a
liege.
few King Richards. That makes sense. And then obviously Richie went.
Just thought I'd
that-
acknowledge that I understood now.
Yeah.
At least the other me did. Yeah.
See, and now I've got. I'm imagining it's like the girl from Ipanema. You know, Margaret walks past you and you go. If you know the song, you know what I'm talking about. And you're not giving him shit about being in the chat. I have been.
They did mention your name, Margaret, when I started doing comments.
You're doing a Margaret. Someone has to keep up with the chat. We know it's not going to be the usual guys.
That's
I'm
fair
not
enough.
doing too bad. I'm like 10, 15 minutes behind. That's not
Yeah,
too
you're
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Dave says that is exactly what I did, Richard, when I had to replace a beloved book due to falling apart. I framed the cover.
Great idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, actually, I've got a new desk area in the office we've got. Maybe I could do something like that at work. Just something to think about. Amazing story. I enjoyed the interview we did with him.
That's with Sawyer, I think she's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool that
Yeah.
that will happen.
Yeah, have you read any of his stuff, Gareth?
No, I've seen his name a lot, so
Yeah.
it's someone I would have got to, but I haven't. I don't think I own anything by him. So yeah, definitely need to get to him.
Yeah, he's pretty. No, yeah, they're good. His stuff's good. Wonderful.
Terminal Experiment is one of his big winners. He's done a lot of standalones, but there's also a few series. There's one about dinosaurs called the Quintaglio Ascension, and it's basically about a dinosaur who is like Copernicus. It's called Farseer, and then he's done hominids,
I read the
humans,
first
hybrids,
one.
and hominids.
I read the first book in the hominids.
Yeah, and
That
that
was
one was
really
an award winner too. Yeah,
I thought Rollback was excellent.
right. And he did Flash Forward, which became a television series.
Oh, I keep seeing his name because I nearly bought Flash Forward.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have seen his name a lot.
Yeah.
I was just, as you were talking about dinosaurs, I was going to, it's behind the other books, but I was going to mention West of Eden. Have you read that yet?
I've read those books by Harrison. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
like
read
them?
all three of those probably back in the 80s. But I have just a really good fond memory of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say I can really tell you a lot about the plot, being that it was like almost 40 years ago, but
Yeah. Cool. Elaine says they're actually keeping up tonight. Yes. Although cats might start just putting random comments on there. Already got to the biscuits. Feels like we're in the twilight zone. Which is not a great place to be, really, is it? Twilight zone.
so the
I might-
biscuits kind of take us over into the Twilight Zone. Is that what happens?
It's a nice.
It's our
a
liminal
nice thought.
space.
So Rod Serling offers you biscuits before you go into the. I like that. He's on the side, and he's
I think
like,
it'd be-
you know, he's having his cigarette, and then he looks
Yeah.
over. He goes, do you want a biscuit, mate? And you go, yeah, right. And then he gives you a custard cream, and that's it. You're over there. You're in
I
the
feel
toilet.
more like you'd give me a Marlboro instead of
yeah, that would be his style, wouldn't it? Try the Men from Pig and Robot. That's that's Harry Harrison. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and his Bill the Galactic Hero stuff. I've got well, I counted them, didn't I? I can't remember how many, but 40 something, I think, Harry Harrison books. I'm a big fan. You may like Clara and the Sun. Yeah, I need to read Clara and the Sun.
Yeah, I heard about that.
No sex involved. Yeah, here we go. I had it. It's one of my books I unhauled because I thought I'll get it from the library because they're bound to have that in the librray. So that was my thinking. But some of the books I've got rid of, I did want to keep that, but I thought I can get it out of the library. So that was my idea. You know.
Yeah, I heard about that, or maybe it was you, Gareth. I don't know. I heard somebody talking about it.
It's been something I've been wanting to read for quite a while.
I'm laughing because it sounds like Dave saying, yeah, I heard about that library. You can actually get books there.
I've heard of a library. What is this thing? Yeah. He only sees libraries as people in people's houses, not an actual public library.
What's this public library?
What, you open your house to the public? What's going on? Cat says, no spice, Olive will be sad. Is that to do with...
No, there's some spice in it, but that's not what it's about.
I am literally 5 minutes behind. I'm so proud of myself.
I'll toast you with
although it does suggest that we're not talking enough. Verity was so bad.
Really?
I was highly amused.
I enjoyed it.
Cat says hi. Cole says, I was on before but hopped off for dinner. All depends on Nova. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you back. I wasn't excited about the book, but now the trailer for Clara and the Sun looked good. Yeah, the trailer's well good. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, because that came back on my radar again, knowing that when I saw the trailer, I was like, I need to read that before the film comes out. Because once you see a film, your reading experience is completely different, isn't it? It's like you're just like reading a novelization in your head. Whereas if you read it first, then you decide what everything looks like and all that, and then you can see the film.
I'm doing that with Greg of Genre Books. He wanted to schedule me for one of his 100-year books. Yeah. And I just said, I'd like to read Clara and the Sun before the film comes out. So we're planning to do that sometime later in September, I believe.
Oh. Yeah, it's coming out soon, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can try and... I mean, September, I'm kind of trying to do shorty September, and October's going to be June. But maybe I can read Clara and the Sun while I'm reading June, you know. Kat's asking how Nova's doing. I'll be hopping off for dinner in a bit. So glad you're here, though, Kat. So if Franny doesn't beat me, she's already been cussing me out. Still 11 minutes to go. We're going to get the big questions in a minute. We've got to leave soon for an author event. Oh, wow. Oh, Natasha Pulley. Nice.
Powell.
Yeah.
Is that in Portland?
Yeah.
Oregon?
Margaret's in Portland, yeah.
Yep.
Natasha Pulley, she's had on her channel. She interviewed her, which is pretty cool. I'm ready for a nap. Yeah. Quantum Leap.
I know the show.
I don't remember what the reference is. Oh, is that Robert J. Sawyer? Did he write something for Quantum Leap?
Not that I'm aware of. Flash Forward was perhaps what she was thinking about.
Yeah, maybe.
It was actually called Flash Forward.
Yeah.
It was one season.
One season.
Starring,
yeah. It was good though, wasn't it? I was a bit shocked they canceled
it was different than the book. One of the things, my libraries, in the 1990s, I had some time where I was a home dad with my kids when they were young. And I did read a lot of library books, and I read a lot of Robert J. Sawyer in the 1990s. Flash Forward, I think, came out around 1999 or 2000, something like that. And then the TV series came out about 2007, perhaps. And of course, it was quite different. But Robert J. Sawyer actually got to write one of the episodes in there as well. So
cool.
I think it did well, but it still was kind of that American series before they really became prestige series. And so I didn't reach to the level I thought it could have.
It might have got more legs now because of streaming, and they put a bit more time into it, didn't they? But it was just after Lost, wasn't it? So they were looking for those kind of like high concept shows, weren't they?
Yeah.
So I remember it coming out going, this looks like it might be like Lost.
Exactly. It was around that time, and so ABC was hoping to get that kind of a show.
So you got belly rubs and going to get a dinner. She'll be okay. Have fun. Now I feel like I've been challenged. Here we go. Here's Kat's. This is like old Cat. Now just literally trying to slow me down.
Oh, that's what's going on here. Okay.
Yeah. They used to desperately try and make sure that we weren't caught up. And then there was. I remember one show they were just like doing like it was about 3 of them doing one word messages. It was quite funny. And then spam the chat. She knows that I feel guilty if I don't put them up. She'll ask for it. It's my fault. It is my fault. Too bad Jenny left. Yeah, Jenny would do it as well.
Oh, but you're still catching up? You're just up there?
I know. Yeah, Gavin. Yes, Gavin from John.
Yes.
Books.
Oh, that's Gavin. You're right. Not Greg.
Yeah, I didn't want to correct you.
Oh, you can correct me.
Margaret was there to do it. I knew what you meant. Chris at Liminal Spaces gave Clara a good review. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got it right.
Chris is a good buddy of mine, and when he goes to science fiction, we often agree. I'm not into the weird books like he is, though.
He did a Desert Island Flicks, and he was so nervous before going. I'm not really massively like a big film geek. I was going, I'm sure it'd be great. And he did such a great show. It was really cool.
He knows a lot about film and TV. Yeah.
I think he's just got one of those like humble personalities, isn't he? Which is great. Yeah. I like people like that. I checked if
Quantum Leap
was based on Flash Forward, but it was not.
No.
Oh, I think Quantum Leap was before
the book too. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad face.
She must like Quantum Leap.
Yeah. Clarence Son's very good. Ishiguro's books are all good. He's one of those authors.
Yeah. See, I didn't love the Never Let Me Go.
Let Me Go. That's really popular. That's his biggest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I owned that for a while. That was one of the books I unhauled. I just feel like again that's one I can get out of the library.
Yeah.
If it came out now, it would be killer. Then get cancelled.
Yeah.
They do still cancel things randomly, even though some do get more of a chance depending on the streaming service and stuff like that. Where to start? So, where to start with Ishiguro?
Well, that's where I'm going to start.
Well, Clarence Son.
Yeah, because I haven't read anything by him.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he write Realms of hold on. The one with Anthony Hopkins played the butler. Oh God, what's it called?
Anthony Hopkins seems to play a butler every other movie, doesn't he?
He's like a repressed butler, and I think that's what the kind of gist of the whole thing is. Remains of the Day. Didn't he write Remains of the Day?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure. I might have got it mixed up. I think so.
No, I think you're right.
Names are important. No, absolutely. Yeah. I don't want to put him on the spot, but yeah, you're right. Okay, Clarence Son's perfect place to start.
I'll try that.
Never Go was a YA book, though I'm told it was not. The next one I read by him was better. I think people might call it YA because it's the main characters are 3 young people, but I'm not sure it's a YA book in a lot of other ways. I think it's supposed to be quite a mature kind of adult book, I think. Yeah, I was right. Remains of the Day. Yeah, so he did write that. That's cool. An Artist of the Floating World. Oh, it was his first book. And I thought it was really good. Okay, so an artist. That's the thing though. When I used to, because when my collection was a little bit more wild in the sense that I'd see something, I'll get it. I had about 5 of his books, and I hadn't read anything by him. Do you know what I mean? So I'll try to be a bit more strict on that sort of thing. And I didn't have that one, but I did have about 5 of his books, and it's just a bit silly. So I thought, if I do want to have his books once I've read something, then that would make a bit more sense. But don't scoop. Thanks, Elaine. Right. Let's
so, Richard,
do
you
big
got time
questions.
for the grade A questions?
No. Of course I do.
Should we do those?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the famous, I'm sure you've heard of it, the famous, well-known, prestigious grade 8 questionnaire. Watch carefully to the left of your screen. You will see Gareth get a huge grin with every single question as I ask them.
I'm getting a little worried now.
They are great questions. There's one weird one, but we'll talk about that later.
All right.
Is it still on?
All right. Question 1. Favorite biscuit?
It's got to be the butter biscuit with dark chocolate on it.
Oh
I
well,
don't
we
even
just
know
found
the
out
brand
he's never
name.
eaten biscuit. This is the first time he's ever eaten a biscuit. That's amazing.
If you want me to run to the kitchen, I could find out the brand name.
This is great. We've changed his life. He's like, I never realized biscuits were so good. And in a week's time, his channel's completely different. It's not VintageSF anymore.
Well,
It's-
this one wasn't that bad. This question.
This one wasn't that bad. That's his
No.
Good question.
The biscuit was pretty good.
I'm still eating. It's all good. Go on. Second
All
question.
right. Question 2. Favorite movie?
I'm going to go because I talked to Gareth about these as well. I think, and I also just recently saw Odyssey. I still think Dunkirk is really high up there for me. It connected in ways that I really enjoyed. And that's a Christopher Nolan film, World War II. We were just talking about it in this episode.
Yeah. Do you like Christopher Nolan in general then?
In general, yes. I think that when he gets a little bit more human in his story, they're sometimes better. I think he can sometimes be a little bit cold in his story. Interstellar has great moments, and it has a great connection with the father and daughter and the missed opportunities of being together. That is really poignant at the end. For those
They're
who've
the
seen the
best
end of
bits
it.
of the film, aren't they? The
Yeah.
relationships.
But there's some parts of it I would say are problematic as well. Probably for spectacle and that, Interstellar is right up there too for me in terms of that and Dunkirk.
That's cool.
All right. Question 3. Favorite insult? And you will not. It can be anything. You will not top the dirtiest one that we've had on here. Don't worry.
You know, I'm one of those self-deprecating Canadians to a fault, being nice and generous to everybody. So I can't think of one off the top of my head. I mean, when I watch TV shows, there was this is for the Canadians. There's a show called Corner Gas, set up in this corner gas station in a little town in Saskatchewan. And the dad of the manager of the gas station would always call people jackass. You jackass. So I'll go with that.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right. Question 4. Biggest pet peeve?
When books in a series don't match exactly in the format or size. I mentioned that today. That is one peeve I actually do have because I love collecting books, but I love the uniformity of books. That works for me. That's why you can see up here, there's a number of series that have some uniformity to them sitting up there. So that's a book collecting pet peeve. It'll also influence which editions of books I collect because I want them to match.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of an OCD thing?
Oh, definitely. But I don't consider the rest of my life necessarily that way. But in this area, for sure.
You don't suffer from it. You just it's a little tendency.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that. That's like, so you have a 4-book series and the 4th one will be like different size. Like, who makes those decisions? You know, Gareth, because you probably haven't bought it yet. You know, that's what happens with Children of Strife.
Well, I'm waiting for the paperback version because I realized I'm not going to read it yet, and by the time I get to it, it'll probably be on paperback. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I might be
it's
able to
a
get it the
paperback
same way.
now. I got the paperback through Blackwell's because I couldn't get it over here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
Don't know. They might redo it so it's the same as the others.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll
Is
see.
it because it's massive? Is it like really long?
Well, I mean, it's pretty big. Yeah, but
Yeah, maybe they've done it for that reason. Yeah, it's a bit crap, isn't it?
it is crap.
Well, my Agent Tchaikovsky ones are all over the place as far as the what they look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we can all relate to it.
So far, I don't feel like I'm rocking the world with my opinions here.
So
No,
it
don't
gets
worry,
weird.
they get a little more
Gets
intense
weird.
here.
It gets
Okay.
weird.
All right. Question 5. Do you have regrets?
Yes.
You'll be like, we can't just have one word answer. That was
Oh, okay.
Just go yes.
Well, Gareth emailed me about joining this talk here, and No, this has been a lot of fun this evening.
Too late. Said it now. Forget it, mate.
I'm trying to think. I remember thinking about this actually earlier this week about regrets and things that you have to, as you get older, there are things that you had missed opportunities or you regret saying something in a way that perhaps harmed a friendship or those type of things. And you have to live with them, or there may be ways to reconnect or to go past things. But I don't know if there could be anybody who doesn't really have regrets. I think that they're lying if they don't say they have regrets.
Yeah, I think things just happen that are out of your control, and you end up thinking about the bit you were involved in it. And yeah, I know what you mean.
And my regrets is not having biscuits sooner.
Yeah. I mean, you're in your 40s or something, aren't you? And you haven't had your biscuits. See what I did there?
I'm 40 and a half. A little bit over that. Let's put it this way. When my wife and I are in a store, they know to be really tactful. Thank you.
Oh.
Senior moment. Tactful in terms of how they say things. So they turn to me and they say, "Are you a senior? Do you get the senior discount?" Because they don't want to ask her.
Right.
And the nice thing is, majority of the time now, it depends on whether they define senior. But yes, I am. Give me that deal.
Brilliant. That's good if you get a deal out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benefits.
So this leads into question 6, and the answer can't be biscuits. What would you do differently?
If you were a character in a Twilight Zone episode. Olive saying hello.
I'm just going to speak to my character. My character is just sort of keep going straight forward. Just continue forward. I don't really look backwards a lot. I always am excited more about what's coming up in life than what has happened in life. And when it comes to what I would do different, I can't really think of a lot of things immediately, but I'm sure there are many back there.
It's a very positive outlook on life.
Have you ever been a politician?
No, and I do
you would
not
make
regret
a good one,
that.
I think.
I would not want to be one.
Yeah, you're already ruined if you become a politician, I think.
Yeah. This is becoming a scintillating part of the show, isn't it here?
One of my closest friends in Portsmouth became a politician a number of years ago, about 8 to 10 years ago, and the way that people talk about him is disgusting, and he's like one of the nicest and selfless people I know. And oh my god, his public persona is just crazy, and it's just because people lie about him. It's awful.
I'll give you one that is just, it's not that serious a one, but when I lived in the country and went to small country schools, and when I moved into Winnipeg, I was going into grade 11, and I met a bunch of friends where we played basketball at lunchtime, and I hadn't played basketball really before that. And by the time I was done playing basketball at lunchtime with them at grade 12, the coach of the basketball team in the varsity coach had said, why didn't you try out for the team? And I said, I didn't know how to play the game before. And I actually, a small college, was a walk-on who did play some basketball. And I actually, when I came to university, I was an assistant coach with the men's team because I took a coaching course with their coach, and he asked me to join them with that team. And so I kind of regret that I didn't get involved in basketball earlier, because I think that there had been a potential chance that I could have played to a higher level. But I did it ended up being very good for me in terms of becoming a teacher with coaching skills. And I'm sure Gareth can confirm, to have that in your pocket is a very good thing in terms of finding jobs, to be able to be a coach as well. Yeah. So the funny thing is, basketball's kind of moved on for me. I certainly don't play it, but I watch occasionally, but I'm not a rabid fan at this point. But it sure did mean a lot to me in my early years of my life. And so I kind of regret that I wasn't part of that high school team.
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
good answer.
I have a history with basketball as well. I used to play it a lot when I was like 14, 15, and I was a brilliant shot. But my mate was 6'3", and he played for Portsmouth, like in the young team for Portsmouth, whatever. And I'm not 6'3", and I used to be terrible at trying to get the ball. But if I had it, I was so good at getting it in. So I was good in that sense, but I wasn't very good at offense or whatever.
I was of that age where the 3-point shot, I remember when it actually came in.
Oh,
And
really?
It so happened I was a 6'3" guy, but I could shoot the three. And so we played something called senior men's ball here in Winnipeg. And so I became known as a guy who could bang inside, but also shoot the three outside.
Nice. Yeah. So the swish when you get like a really good
Oh,
shot, it's just
yeah.
what
I
a
can remember
feeling.
we won a game that was on a last second 3-pointer I took, and that one's still in the head there.
Nice, like the end of Teen Wolf, right? Go on, Dave.
All right. Question
Obligatory
7.
mention of Teen Wolf.
What song sums up your attitude in life?
Oh, I remember Madeline's last time. That was well good.
Song.
Don't say Green Onions. That was an instrumental.
I have this whole bunch of riffs from AC/DC going through my head right now.
AC/DC.
There's no,
She's
there's
got
no
balls.
lyrics from AC/DC that would be my life.
Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. She's got the jack.
Dog eat dog.
TNT or TNT. Hey, come on. I'm a massive
Don't worry,
AC/DC
be
fan,
happy.
so-
I mean,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah, clearly you've moved away from AC/DC
look on the
now.
sunny side of life. I'm definitely a cup half full kind of guy.
I like that.
Uh,
Now I want to hear AC/DC cover. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
I saw a video recently of 70-year-old Angus Young doing the duck step still on stage, like in a concert. And
he's
it's like,
still
wow, there's
still
some of these
going.
guys. I can't believe how they can, pry them out of their coffins and get them on stage, and all of a sudden they're like
He's
burst
still
into
dressed
life like a
he's still
zombie
dressed
or
as a
something.
schoolboy as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, good on him. And Brian Johnson can still sing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Are you a Bon Scott fan?
Yeah. If I prefer the Bon Scott era in terms of the
me
voice.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not where I expected to go today either. Biscuits
Yeah.
and Bon
Can
Scott.
I just say, just talking about Bon Scott, talking about AC/DC, how amazing is the song It's a Long Way to the Top If You Want to Rock and Roll? That's just literally genius.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's the end of, do you know that song, Dave?
Um,
It's the end of School of Rock. If you've
That's the
seen
one that
film.
has the bagpipes in it. Right?
Yeah, every time
That's
me and my
right,
son
yeah.
talk about that song, we just go, and then there's a bagpipe solo.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But yeah, it's got the bagpipe solo at the end. But it's an amazing song. Melodically it's amazing. The lyrics are amazing. Everything about it's amazing.
You know what? I'm going to go to a song. Randy Newman, I Got a Friend in You. I like one of the things with retirement. I said I thought it was going to be a little bit more solitary in terms of what I was doing and enjoying here. I'm a bit of an introvert. It's funny. There's a lot of teachers who are, but I've discovered, like we're doing right here, and getting together with people, that it's an interesting place to make friends and meet new people. And so I've Got a Friend in You as something that I'm discovering in my retirement is something that's very life-giving in this time of life.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
you got a friend in me too.
All right.
When the road is rough ahead,
I'll call you.
just remember what your old pal said. That's a bit of a go-to for me at the minute.
The
with my
singer's
solo
got
gigs.
the lyrics. He's got the lyrics. Have you sung that one ever?
Yeah, I sang it recently a lot.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I did a really sweet thing. It was really nice. So we did this charity event for special needs people, and I sang it with a special needs choir doing Makaton while I was singing. And they were singing it with me. It was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of it's a song that I've kind of associated with that now. You know,
Mhm.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Because I've done it with them a few times, which is nice. Yeah. Go on in. Next one.
All right, final question, number 8. What one person, living or dead, would you spend the day with?
I've answered this one before in terms of science fiction, and that's where I'll go right now with this one. Is I would love to. I can't remember exactly. I think she lived in Portland, Oregon. I'd love to go into the backyard of this person's house with this huge tree and a swing on it and Adirondack chairs, have a lemonade with Ursula K. Le Guin.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nice.
I'm a big fan of her work. I'm not normally a fantasy guy, but I love Ursi. Um, her Hainish novels. I've still got more to read of hers, but I've been reading her work chronologically. And she seemed to be in letters and communications with other science fiction writers, just such a giving, thoughtful person, but yet she's so intellectual and with amazing prose. I just think she'd be a very fun lady to just sit down with for an afternoon,
Yeah.
relaxing, having that lemonade.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
We've been doing a Hainish cycle read along thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked the guys a couple of days ago, would you be interested next year from February onwards to start reading the Earthsea books together? So we're going to read the 6 Earthsea books next year. So
yeah,
yeah.
they're tremendous.
Yeah.
I've only read the first 3. As I said, I'm going chronologically, so she did take a break after those first 3. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, good answer.
Another one I might say is I would love to have a sit down in the writer's room for the original Twilight Zone, to be there with Matheson and Beaumont and Serling. I'm missing a couple there, but just the imagination and short stories and things that they did. I know that television is quite a stressful place, but I'd love to have just sat in the room as they're shooting around ideas.
Yeah, and it's interesting when there are some interview footage of Rod Serling on like these black and white chat shows, and they're asking him about what are the constraints of what you can do on the show, and I remember there was one when he said that the great thing about science fiction is I can write about all sorts of different social issues I want to write about, but it works. Now let me do it because it's science fiction, and I wouldn't be able to do it in a very similitude way. They just wouldn't let me do it. So yeah.
Now, when it comes to actors, I have a bunch of answers on this one, actually. When it comes to actors, I think it would just be hilarious to hang out with Jack Black for a little while. The man is talented in a lot of different areas, and he raising an eyebrow makes me laugh. I find him very funny.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. What a great day you'd have. Ursula K. Le Guin, Jack Black, and Rod Serling together.
What a table that would be.
I love it.
That
Right.
was the grade 8 questionnaire.
That was the questions. That was brilliant. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for agreeing to do the questions.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at where
It
we
wasn't
are
as
with
bad
these.
as I was envisioning for a second. Although
Some people
it took a little while for the cogs in the head here to get moving on some of those.
People are so honest and say like amazing answers to these questions, don't they, Dave? It's really cool. Yeah. So Elaine's had to go. I knew nothing about it when I read it. I was impressed. I'm not sure where this is now because that might be that Ishiguro's book, I think. Richard's cookies are LU brand. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Is that an actual brand?
It's got to be short for something here in Canada, but I can't quite figure out what brand she's talking about. Doesn't matter. You know what?
Categories ticks me off.
I'm going to go get the cookies.
Cats, it ticks me off when the cover size changes in a series. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think we can all relate. Have you heard the old Zappa cover of So Happy Together? Oh, no, I haven't. I love that song.
I can't believe I'm hawking cookies or biscuits here, but that's what they are.
Yeah, awesome. So what's the brand?
Leclerc Celebration.
Leclerc. So, okay, cool.
Since 1905, Leclerc.
Well, you are talking about one of the most important inventions of man, so it's all good. It's important. I need to check out this cover of So Happy Together because Frank Zappa was a genius, and I'm intrigued. So nice one. Thanks for that. Thanks, Constance. Mary Lou makes a nice biscuit.
Maybe that was the brand they were talking about, I guess.
Okay. So that's also the friend. The
Oh, I'm a friend. I have a friend in Constance.
The Toy Story, yeah. Toy Story 5 now. They're going to probably keep making them, aren't they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the 5th one. But Randy Newman I'm a big fan of Randy Newman, and I'm so pleased I went to see him once in London. And it wasn't that long ago. I can't remember how long ago. Probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And he sort of shuffled on with a walking stick. And he did such an amazing show. He'd go from a really funny song to an intensely serious and emotional song. He'd just go back and forth, and it was amazing. Just a brilliant gig. And he was really funny between the songs, obviously, as well. Kat saying there's going to be the Disney version of Fast and Furious. Isn't that called Cars? It was a very funny, nasty bit of talk before the song. Oh, what in So Happy Together? Okay, cool. Well, yeah, cool. I will check it out. Brilliant. Awesome. I think we've got to the end of the show, haven't we, Dave?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we've still got people here. And Richard's still here, which is a bonus.
So do you normally go till there's nobody here?
No, we don't do that. No, because we'd be here for like hours and hours and hours.
We basically go till I get too tired.
Our average is about 3 hours. We've done 4 before, but our average is about 3.
Okay.
So, and part of that is, I always try and get the comments on there because some people will just skip comments or don't talk about comments. So I always try and do that. So
I once did a 7-hour stream.
7 hours.
Oh my God! Don't give him any ideas, Richard.
I've done 5
but
hours.
It was broken into 3 or 4 episodes, but that was a marathon I wasn't prepared for, and it was early on in my doing this YouTube thing, and so I was like, oh, I guess this is what we do. So you were on camera for 7 hours, or you mean? Yeah, we would be taking breaks, and then the next topic, which would be another short story by this author, we would be filming another episode for this person. So, I mean, it's out there. You can find it. And I had a great time doing it. That's where I actually first really talked to Chris of Liminal Spaces, and Virgil of Literally Books was there too. And it was on, let's see, Dr. Rochter, Otto Jack Peterson. He's a professor up in Scotland, I believe, who loves R.A. Lafferty. And so we were talking about stories by R.A. Lafferty.
He's great. He's so good. I've got here you go. I've moved my books around a bit, but yeah, this SF Masters Best of is amazing.
I agree.
Really, really good. He's quite unique, isn't he? He's got this sort of wry wit to him, and you just don't know what he's going to write. That's awesome.
And I like that book in particular because it's got a lot of introductions and afterwards that help you with understanding the story too, and how it works. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I've been on my own in the house. I've managed to come up here to do live streams, which is great. So I keep forgetting that after a while my bum really hurts on this stool. So I've been in quite a bit of pain for the last hour. I need to put a cushion on it. So yeah, that's the thing about
It
going
makes
to
me
a free
happy
house.
now in terms of how long it took me to answer those questions.
But yeah, my birthday one was over 5 hours. I've done a few 5-hour ones, but 7 hours, that's impressive.
Never again.
Yeah.
This is about the limit right here, what we're getting at now for me.
If I did one that was like 10 hours or something, I'd do it for charity. Do you know what I mean? I could do something like that, and that'd be quite fun. But you clearly need wee breaks, wouldn't you? You couldn't just, do you know what I mean? What's he doing? Oh, I think he's going to the toilet. You know, so I mean, you'd have to leave the room, I think, you know, and maybe get someone to give
There's
you
adult diapers. You'll be fine.
That's Richard. That's his OnlyFans channel.
Yeah, I'll give you a link to that. You know, I get up to all sorts. You know,
That's all right. I don't need it.
And the content says, "I never leave." Hold on.
There are certain people. I know that for Heidi and Constance, I see them in many live streams. Even when I'm commenting too. There's some people here who really enjoy chatting in the evenings, and
it's great.
It's great. It is great. Yeah,
because this is you know, obviously we love having guests and we love talking to you, and it's been so brilliant having you on. It really has been so brilliant. But you know, the people who come on and chat in the comments, you know, chat in the chat, it's so brilliant, so important.
Yeah,
you know, that's why I try and make sure they're on camera. Because
I sometimes wonder if we should try to get them actually on camera.
You know, some of them are quite. We've talked about that, and some of them are quite shy. And they don't want to be.
And that's understandable. I get that too.
But we've had was it Greg and Al had someone on there that wasn't on screen, but their voice was heard. You know, so we can always have that sort of thing. I mean, if Constance or Heidi, if you want to come on and be on here but not seen, but your voice is on there, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You know.
And Goatman says that the work days are long and boring. Live chats are a lifesaver for the soul. That's really nice to hear. And I think you can tell that we're having fun here too.
Exactly. Yeah, it's about just chatting away, isn't it? It's about not having any kind of stress, and this is great. I mean, I've just, this has taken me out of the day, which is great. You know, it's special. You know, Dave said, "Do you want to do it this week?" And I said, "Absolutely." You know, and I knew it would be great talking to you, and you know, this is important. You know, because it's very late for me. This is now 2:30 in the morning, but it's brilliant. I wouldn't want to not do it.
I was 99 when I asked you that. I was 99.9% sure you were going to say, "Absolutely, this is what I need." You know, like, I figured I had to ask.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as the band rehearsal actually, because like my band were like, "Do you want to go to rehearsal?" I was like, "Yes, more than ever." Yeah. Because you need those things to take your brain into this nice space. This is a nice space. This is great, and you need that. So we need to, just because it's still there, I'm going to do this.
There we go. That's my contribution to you guys, right there.
You know, that's mad, isn't it? That he's there. It's such a great statue as well. Do you know what I mean? That's a
It
really
is.
cool.
It's really well done.
Yeah, that's how he stands. Picture a man. Brilliant. So hold on. Deb says,
have to look into that.
Yeah, talking to people about books and bookish stuff. I would have sold my soul to this option when I was in my teens. And the only person I knew who liked books. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what's so great about BookTube, isn't it? That you know, if we see someone in real life that even reads or reads what you read, it's like absolute gold. It doesn't happen very often. So this, you know, we're kind of, you know, we're in 3 different countries, the 3 of us, you know, absolutely miles apart, and we can talk live as if we're in the same room.
And when I was in the same room with some people over the last few weeks, it's kind of like being in high school again, just hanging out with your buddies and just chatting about anything and laughing and having a good time.
Well, and what I think, and I've said this before, but I think it's been a long time since I've said it, so I'll say it again, is I also feel like this is, I feel like it's a lot more than about the books.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know, it's and this is we've talked more. This is a perfect example. We've talked about a lot more than books, and this, Richard, is probably one of our most book-heavy episodes that we've had. Sometimes we
Yeah.
talk very little about books, and I think a lot of people come here for very different reasons. Some people are coming here for friendship. Some people are coming here because just they're having a hard time and they need support. People are just coming just for camaraderie. But I think people come here for a lot of different reasons, and the books are just sometimes the books are just the vehicle because it's something that we all have in common, right? So it's the thing that brings everybody together, and then we're just able to chat about whatever, and I think people can meet. I think all in this venue, people can satisfy all different sorts of needs that they have that don't necessarily have anything to do with books. It's just like the common thread. I don't know if I'm articulating that right, but
No, you're right.
you know,
Yeah, I totally agree. I think this gives us an opportunity to talk about all different sides of our personality, different experiences. Richard, you were talking about school a few times, and where you grew up, and when with the nice thing about the 8 questions is that it does touch on different things, regrets, and the last question about who would you want to spend a day with, it goes way beyond books, and I think it's just really nice to have those kind of conversations where you can go deep if you want, you can be frivolous if you want, you can, sometimes we've gone off on a weird tangent. It's got quite rude sometimes,
Mhm.
it's you never know, 'cause there's been quite a lot of film chat in our chats. If Pat was here, she'd be telling us what percentage of this chat was about books, and she'd
That's
be
right.
I love Pat. Oh.
yeah, Pat's our statistician. Pat's not been able to make it today, actually, but yeah, no, you're absolutely right. This is so, and I don't know if people get it. They don't necessarily see how crucial this is to our relationships, and us feeling good during the week and all that, to have these things now and again that we do.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
so life-giving versus there's so many things in life that are life-sucking, right? Like just
Yeah.
and yeah, it can charge you up. It can just give you a break from other things, and it's a community.
Mm.
Yep.
It's a community that we share things together, and we can laugh together, and there's some sad things that happen within our community too, that we can be there for each other too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do a bit of a catch up, and then we'll probably have to sign off. So, Constance says, "Me too."
Gareth's butt is really hurting.
Yeah. My bum's going. Ah! Cat's off to get some cream for me. Because that's right, Dave. Friendly faces and chats. Yeah, often just think absolutely Constance, and you are an absolute gem. Being here so much. Go, man. Thank you so much for being in the chat, man. And,
you missed one of his comments, which says, "I came here to listen to some nice people, and I stayed for the
For the
biscuits."
biscuits.
where did I see
Thanks,
that?
Go, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's cool.
I
There
don't
it is.
know. Where is Pat?
Yeah, where is Pat? Yeah. It's odd to miss her. It's just a shame that the United States government has placed restrictions on the biblically mandated practice of witch banning. Yeah. I know what you mean. I'm off to the beach to read a book. Off to the beach, it's 3:00 in the morning.
Right over there, it must be getting close to, I don't know, noon or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Australia.
Deb, for being here. Yeah. Amazing. That's the thing, it's all international, isn't it? It's brilliant.
That is cool. Very
and we
cool.
shouldn't take these things for granted, because if we do this all the time, which we do, it's very easy to take that for granted, isn't it? So we should always acknowledge it and say how cool it is.
Yeah.
And brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Richard.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks so much for coming on, Richard. This was a good
Oh,
time.
it was a really good time. I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Yeah. Really means a lot. Thank you, Dave, for being gorgeous.
Ditto, Gareth.
I
Thank
think
you,
Dave
Olive.
got kissed the most in this one.
Thank you, Olive, for being
Yeah,
gorgeous.
that's true. He had a bit of there was a bit of affection going on.
We
Yeah.
got a lot of love in this one, right?
Yeah, she's don't know what you've told her, but she's trying to I don't know. She's trying to stop you from doing something awful to her.
I
What's
think
going
it's
on?
more like there's biscuits on his lips.
I think it's I was just away for a week.
Yeah, that's how he gets the
Oh,
She
women.
had a babysitter, so it's a little more affectionate this week.
Oh, that's really sweet.
So-
Yeah.
So
Okay,
thanks
cool.
thanks everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
Last comment. Thank you, Goatman. And another one. Thanks,
Send me
guys.
love. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Brilliant. See you again sometime.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks
Richard.
everyone.
And see you later.
Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us.
Stay curious.